I just want to sit with you and converse with you, connect with you, enlighten you, teach you, and learn something from you. Madam Merkaba, I'm so grateful for your love and your support. It means so much for me. You've been with me through many, many things, silently and publicly. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my light. Madam Merkaba.
That's
Merkaba.
where I can see far.
Oh my God. Hello. Well, well, well. Happy Sunday. I wish I would have got on here earlier, but I had a busy day today. And I'm going to try not to, y'all. I've been yelling so much, talking so much that my voice is like, ow. Okay. That's what happens when you're booked and busy, though. Anyway, so of course, I want to go into, first of all, shouting out my people, shouting out my supporters, my gifters, contributors, those who give that was never asked to give. Oh, come on in here. And I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful for you and your spirits and who, what, and why and how they walk with you. I'm so grateful. I'm that person that I believe that you get what you give. And that's why I always try to do everything with good intention, positive intention, and a greater purpose. So, and I define that mic too, because bitch, I'm getting tired of these damn headphones, honey. These headphones gotta go. I'm sick of these motherfuckers, girl. I probably don't even need it. Bitch, fuck that. What about now? What about now? Does it sound good? Does it sound good? Can you hear without the headphones right now? Hmm. I need to find out. I know where the fuck that mic is. I need to get a USB cord. Can y'all hear me? Type one. 111 check 212 22 to the 212. Okay. Does it sound good? Fuck it. Fuck it, honey. Because I need y'all to be loud and clear. Okay. I won't wear the mic. We'll just have the mic on. So, like I said, I'm just now getting in, and y'all, it's hot as fuck right now. When I say hot, it is hot. And anyway, so let's come through, of course, tonight as usual, and just talk about some things. And I'm not gonna be long tonight, because bitch, I'm hungry. I've been eating all day, and I bought me some shit from Trader Joe's, some vegetable excuse me, fried rice, some mandarin orange chicken, and I'm also gonna have their potato with what that shit called? Bell pepper. Bitch, I'm about to tear that shit up, y'all. And of course, as soon as I came in, y'all, I just don't know why I was thinking about this. So today, while I was out doing my thing, I'm just thinking about my stove, my stove, my stove, my stove, my stove, my stove. When I got in, that was the first thing I went to. So I don't know. I don't know how y'all do y'all shit. I have baskets that I organize my stuff with, and I'll take a picture of it or get on video and y'all can see it. But I have baskets, and cleared containers that I store my stuff in, and it's usually on the countertop. But I don't know what made me 2 days ago. Oh, I was wiping shit down. Okay, and I just never put it back in its spot. So I was just thinking to myself, like, bitch, I want to go home and cook, but I'm thinking, bitch, there's shit on that stove. Sure enough, bitch, get home. That's the first thing I went to. Went to the damn stove, moved everything off, wiped everything down, and like I said, I'm ready to cook. Okay. So anyway, unscheduled lip read class. I know that's right. Ow. So anyway, like I said, I came on here with a message. And of course, we always talk about my main purpose of coming on to YouTube. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the money, honey. If you know anything about anything that I did prior to this, honey, that was paying good money. And you didn't really have to deal with too much energy. And so coming out, once again, I wanted to deal with people personally. My first goal when I first started offering work to people was to only be accessible to certain people because I understood, and I still understand because I was taught, that energy is energy, and going into exchange of energy, even dealing with people, talking to people without even getting into magic and shit, you are pulling energy. You're either draining or you are, charging. That's just how it is with everything. So I did not want to be accessible to a lot of people because at that time I saw people that was claiming to be spiritual, and they would have like 30,000 followers. And I'm just like, damn, I cannot imagine doing readings and casework for 30,000 people. Like that would just be a little too much. Like over a series of 10, 15 years, I'm like, I could see that. But in 1 month, 1 day, or the shit is rotating, I cannot imagine that because once again, and I'm going to always tell y'all this, okay, people with real gifts understand that your gifts, if not used correctly, will be gone. They'll be pulled, they'll be drained. And a lot of people say, I think I saw something about Iyanla, and I love Iyanla. Iyanla said something about if you're doing God's work, it's always going to be there. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all because I've seen people have gifts that were very gifted, and we're not just talking about spiritually. They were gifted with the arts, singing, dancing, modeling, whatever. Something got to them, and it could be anything. It could be level of consciousness. It could be a level of understanding. It could be outside influences coming in and trying to dictate how you should move. Hey, people will like you more if you could sing. In a more higher note, people like you more if you actually, lost a little more weight and start bleaching your skin. So whatever. So people were coming in and influencing, and the gift, the natural raw gift that was given to them by their ancestors and the universal God, it got burnt out because it was not being utilized, and it was being overly drained, and it was not being charged up. And so going into spirituality, it's a little more amplified because there's a lot of people that are traumatized, that are, we're just going to say they need a healing. Because, I'm not getting into going into mental illness, not a good shit. Because, before I go into talking about that shit, I'm going to do another video on something else down the line. Because I want to do my research on something. But anyway, but people are coming to spiritualists for a healing of some sort, right? Clarity of some sort. And even going into readings, and I would tell y'all, like, people get readings done with me, and it has not happened in the past 4 years because I really have changed the way I move and who I decide to work with. Okay, but people would come to me, 4 years ago, 2017, 2018, and they would get a reading, and they would not utilize what they got. It was like, well, I just wanted to know. And I tell people, like, when you are getting a reading, you're getting a reading for clarity. If you're doing a reading just to be nosy, yeah, girl. Hey, when the cat come out that bag that you're looking for, it says curiosity killed the cat. So we're gonna flip it around. When that cat come out that bag that you are looking for, and that cat starts scratching your ass up, then don't be like, listen, I got a reading done for you 6 months ago. You told me that if I don't do A, B, C, D, G, things are gonna happen, and now it's happened. Let's get work done. No, 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 ma'am. That's not how mystic is gonna be working anymore. That's not how mystic is choosing to use her energy and her spiritual sense. That's not what we're going to be doing no more. Okay. um Once again, like I said, people will come to you for assistance, people will come to you for guidance, and they will not utilize it, and some of them will get so caught up in bullshit to where I was like, being the high percentage person I am, first of all, I was stunned that this person clearly needs help, and now they have the opportunity to at least start it, right? To at least start it because it's a work in progress. Okay, work. Healing takes work, and it has to be consistent. Okay, I've been starting on my healing journey. We'll even say really, really hard work in 2012. Bitch, this is 2022. We have definitely come a long way, but once again, we're still working on stuff. And so, like I said, people would come and they would need this help, and they would need a healing of some sort, and they would get caught up in the bullshit. Like, oh, did you see about what they said on the internet? Oh, hey, some girl said something about this and that, and I didn't know what for sure how, and it was just bullshit. And I was just like, this is crazy to me that this person clearly needs help, and that they're choosing to be distracted. They're choosing to let their demons win, because that's what it comes down to. Your demons that you're battling, because we all battle demons, you're choosing to let them win. And it was disheartening for me. Like, I became a little depressed, talking with my best friend, my soul sister, and other people that were not even in the spiritual community. I would, tell them stuff, and they were like, girl, it don't seem like this is for you. Like, it doesn't seem like doing it at this level, like getting on YouTube and getting on, all these other platforms, and just letting anybody hit you up. It don't seem like you can handle that type of stuff. And that even goes into, fragile, if my sister watching, being fragile, emotionally fragile, knowing that people need help, knowing that people could use help, and you, first of all, not being able to help everybody, and second of all, you sitting here doing all that you can. You're offering classes, you're offering events, you're doing one-on-ones, you're doing readings, you're doing consultations, and people are still not getting the bigger picture. They're getting caught up in the commercialized shit and wonder why they're still doing work 10 years later and shit has not been resolved. And what really blew my mind, you know, I don't have permission to talk about this, but what really blew my mind, I had a real, a supporter that would always get work done with me, right? Readings, casework, events, it doesn't matter. And we were always doing something different. And I always tell God, when I'm in that space of giving a reading, okay, Mystic Persia, the person you see here, steps down, and whatever comes through, okay, comes through, and that is in that moment. That's why I tell you to write your shit down. I could not sit here and tell you consciously every reading front to back. When, we did a reading 2 months ago, what exactly I said. Like, you would have to write that stuff down. And so I would give readings to, this person in particular, and they would take heed to a lot of stuff that I would tell them. A, B, C. You should do this. You should do that. But something life changing happened. And I won't go into where there was a funeral, where there was a wedding, or where there was somebody giving birth, but a life changing situation happened. And I remember consciously, after talking, because every time we had a reading, they would say, hey, we did a reading a month ago, 2 months ago, and you said this was going to happen, and it happened. So that's when I would say, oh, okay, wow. So she would always confirm me what I said. So either way, um, something happened. And around that time, she just got a reading too. And I always tell y'all, okay, tapping in, because that's a good word. One of, somebody that I love dearly, honey, that I never met in person, but I love dearly. Talk about that tapping in, okay? So tapping in is very, 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 very draining for an empathic person. If you're not that empathic, because of course, narcissistic people, people that are not so connected to people, could also be spiritually inclined, or they're able to pull energy. Once again, the devil is also a god. Okay, don't ever forget that. Okay, Lucifer. Okay, Satan. You know, these are all gods in their own realm. Okay, so things will come up once again. And, I would, you know, tell her stuff. Anyway, get back to what I was getting to. Something happened. She had a reading once again. And like I said, tapping into that energy could be very draining because you start picking up stuff. This person has a lot of sexual energy, and I'm keeping it real with y'all. This person have a lot of sexual energy. You'll start to pick that energy up where you're like, damn, or, whatever, or now you're starting to feel a little sexual, or vice versa. This person has an addictive type of energy. Let's say they're addicted to drugs, alcohol, something that you're not into, because I don't drink, I'm not gonna do none of that. Now, once again, you're starting to tap into that energy, and that's low vibrational from somebody who does not drink, who does not smoke, as we mentioned before last night when it came to auras and stuff. So it's very taxing on you. So if we're doing a reading, unless you said, what energy are you picking up right now? I'm going to tap into the most important energy. But if you're asking specific questions, I'm going to answer those questions. We're not going to beat around the bush and say, okay, you asked about your baby mama, daddy, blah, 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 blah. But I don't know. Like I said, I like to stick with what you're asking because stuff will come up, and sometimes people will take it as a cut in. I told you a story about a girl that got a reading about a man, and then she moved on to the work, and then it kept coming up that this man was playing games using her like a charade type of situation. Mama cussed me out, was like, yeah, no girl, yeah, you not that psychic. Basically, like, you know, throwing a tantrum. And so then I'm starting to feel like, damn, like, why am I wasting my time on this bitch? Like, this is a $80 reading. Bitch, I could go check my titties on cam for $100 and I don't have to deal with this energy like that. So I'm like, bitch, okay. Anyway, she ended up confirming it was correct what I said anyway. But anyway, pushing forward. So getting this reading, like I said, a lot of stuff was coming up. And I always say that a lot of stuff is coming up because it does. And sometimes I want to call out the stuff that I'm seeing, but I'm like, I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want to come across that I'm being disrespectful. I'm telling you only what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling. I'm giving you my intuitive opinion on shit. But during that time, I remember a couple months before that, she got a reading, and I warned her about some energy. I said, I'm seeing some weapons here. And when the weapons are showing up, and we're going into the spirit eye, when I see a weapon, and we talked about this yesterday a little bit, things in the spirit world looks very different from the physical world. I don't know how other psychics, clairvoyants, mediums, seers, whatever the fuck they want to call themselves, because we get so caught up in all these fucking titles that don't mean shit at the end of the day. You either have it or you don't have it. But things do not look the same in the spirit realm. Okay, you might see a pink ribbon, and that means that somebody's having a girl, or it might be that whatever. It could be money. It could be love is in the air. It could mean a lot of things. Somebody's about to get married. It could be a friendship's about to get fucked up. Once again, it's how you interpret it, but it can mean many, 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 many things. Right? Was the screen? Was the string ribbon tied? Was it loose? Was it loosely tied? Was it bow tied? Was it dangling on something? Whatever. So I remember telling her that weapons are coming up, and she was only asking questions about three people. And I said, one of these three people is getting a major warning from the spirit realm. And I just need you to stay on top of your protection. And of course, you start going into what she do to do protection. But I was like, I need you to stay on top of it. Then, of course, she's asking, well, who? And I just told her, this is the earth sign man. And of course, this woman is of a particular age. So all the men that I'm seeing here are younger than her, except for one of them. So I'm like, yeah, it's a young, a younger earth sign man. And she knew who it was. So she said she was doing her protection work, y'all. Fast forwarding, I know this person only get readings done when they need something, and they're also very intuitive, and I always told them that, like, you're very gifted yourself, and they would come to me only for a second opinion or to confirm what they're feeling. And I tell you, I love people who do that. If you're getting a reading done with me and you're already tapped in, oh, it's even better and easier for me, honey, because you already got it, you see it, you feel it, bitch. You know if I'm bullshitting you not, bitch, and we get straight to the point, we keep it moving. Okay. And so months passed on, and she decides to get another reading. At that point, I knew once again that something was going on. and mama needs clarity. And I always tell her, write your question down before we do the reading. So, of course, like I said, in this reading, as always, things were coming up. A lot of stuff was coming up about her parents, about neighbors, money, health, just a whole bunch of shit was coming up. But I only tried to stick with what she was asking. Well, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks after that, this life changing event happened. And once again, we did another reading. And this person was like, well, we got the reading the last time. When I got the reading a couple of weeks ago, I just want to know why Spirit didn't tell you about this. And then, in my mind, my conscious mind and super conscious mind, I'm like, well, damn, we did a reading earlier this year, a couple of months ago, and I'm telling you, I'm seeing weapons. And that would come up like basically once every year because we did readings from 2016 up until 2021. So I'm like, damn, like I kept telling you that energy is shifting and I'm giving you warnings and what to do. Like, watch this, person, be protect, whatever. Because, of course, she would ask me. So it's like, Spirit gave you all these warnings. And going into now, and this was no cut into her, but she would do readings on, let's see, love. And then after that, she would say, well, I want to know about my neighbor. And then after that, then I'm tapping into a whole nother energy. Well, could you let me know if my brother's wife, if they're fucking or not? Like it was some weird shit sometimes. And I was just like, damn, like this is really draining. To where I remember like, bitch, I made it to her when I did a reading with her, like, bitch, let me make sure I'm at home. I cannot be out and about. I just cannot be I need to be at home settled in. I cannot be about to go eat. I cannot be about to go hang out. Like I need to be at home settled in because it was just so, like I say, so taxing on me energetically. And so either way, fast forwarding, because of course I told y'all that story for a reason. I just thought to myself, thinking back on that situation and other situations that I've had all these years, I'm just like, some of these people don't want to be saved. Like, I literally have to tell myself that, especially with dealing with people in person and also going into someone I networked with today. I met a guy who owns a spiritual shop in LA. He also lives here as well. And we vibed so easily, so quickly. It was so amazing, honey. But anyway, so even having a little dialogue with this man even today, like people don't want to be saved. And the commercialized witches, they know this. But because once again, they probably have no real power because they're doing this for money, they don't care. They're going to play the role with you. They're going to play like, yeah. I mean, it reminds me of this, and I always tell this to you guys because I went to school for medical as well. And I don't feel like there's any difference between the adult industry, the medical industry, and the spiritual industry. Like, and those are the only industries that I've been in. So, of course, the real estate agent, all that good shit. But I didn't dominate that. I was just assistant the real estate agent. So, whatever. But sales, is sales. And even like I said, as a nurse or a doctor, they will sit here and tell you your gallbladder needs to be removed. Your liver is fucked up. You got to get that taken out. And then when someone like me comes forward who knows the earth, okay, who knows about herbs, who knows about what heals, knows about what's toxic for you, if you got this, if you got that, they'll call me a lie or they'll say, yeah, no, that shit won't work. And I told y'all, I had a friend who had a gallbladder issue, or we'll say associate, and she kept saying her gallbladder's hurting. And someone else we know got her gallbladder removed, but she went to the doctor and the nurse was like, well, I'm a registered nurse, getting on the phone, getting high feet with me. Like, bitch, I'm a nurse, and the only way that she gonna get out there, she needs to fucking get it cut out. Well, she didn't say fucking. But I said, okay, you know what? I understand due to legal, legalities and all that good shit, that you cannot advise her on holistic practices because she may be allergic to that and you don't want to take some. I understand that, ma'am. But can you at least be honest before we get off this motherfucking phone that there are natural ways to get rid of gallstones and stuff? And she's like, I won't say I'm 100% with that. I said, okay. Girl, she lived at the place. I said, well, girl, how much were they trying to charge you to take out your gallbladder? And she was like, 10,000. That's just the surgical procedures. You still got to pay for the aftercare, blah, blah, blah. And I said, of course. And the herb that you use or the medicine, because you go get it in capsule form, is like $47 for a month's supply at the Whole Food store. So I was like, girl, I said, no, 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 no. I said, no, 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 ma'am. So the same thing, like some spiritual stuff. Like they know. Like I need to keep this bitch stuck on me. I don't want to help this person grow. I don't want to help this person, gain their own insight, get their own power. I got to keep them with me on me. I got to make sure that I'm getting all their money. And they bring up another spiritualist and or this, I got to be like, yeah, I don't like that bitch. That bitch ain't got this and that. Well, you know that that bitch is better than you. We know that that bitch got that juju. Because once again, that bitch don't have to advertise. That bitch don't have to tag her videos and she still get the views. That bitch don't have to go on to other people's platforms and say, check out, Madam Merkaba. They don't have the bitch don't have to do that because bitch spirit is gonna already connect her to whoever she needs to be connected to because she knows herself and she know her motherfucking position in this world. In other words, thereafter. So, like I said, I've come to the conclusion that hoes don't want to be saved. And I had to spell hoes the way that I spelled hoes on the title of the video because, going into holier than thou, and I keep telling y'all, holistic, holes like holes in the wall and shit, all come from the word hole. You can do your research on that, and all that good stuff. But either way, everybody don't want to be saved. And I got to be okay with that. I gotta be okay with that. I gotta be okay with you cannot save everybody. I gotta be okay with that. You cannot stay up, have sleepless nights trying to help people resolve problems when they're not really trying to resolve them. Going into advising people on love, going into advising people on money, whatever. Let's say in layman's terms, from human to human, why would I care if your baby daddy's there go? Let's take away the spiritual stuff. Why would I care or not if you have something going on with your vagina? Why would I care or not if your child are good or not? Even going into people who got children, because people say, well, yeah, when the bitch don't got kids, she can say that. No, even going on to the next bitch, because if y'all were so concerned about other people's children, then a lot of y'all wouldn't be calling CPS on people. A lot of y'all people would see a mother struggling with her children, and you'll be helping her the fuck out. Don't sit here and play these little games, bitch, and be like, yeah, well, yeah, a bitch that don't got kids can say that. Bitch, you don't care about kids like that neither. You don't care about kids like that neither because bitch, they ain't your kids. And that's because, like I said, if you did care about kids, there's a lot of kids in the system that needs to be adopted out. And instead of y'all out here opening up your legs, dropping it low, fucking on men that do not want you, getting babies with them, thinking that baby's gonna change him and make him stay. You'll be going to the adoption agency, adopting those orphans and children in the system. So you don't give a fuck about nobody else's kids neither. So let's not sit here and play this little. Oh my God! Well, yeah, you would say that because you're not a woman. You don't got children. We're just keeping it real. We're keeping it real. So like I said, why would I care about that mundanely? Layman's terms, take away the spirituality. When it comes down to me wanting to assist people, me wanting to help people, that's where the caring comes in at. That's where it becomes a concern for me because going into my spiritual purpose to heal once again me going through my own trauma, me going through my own unresolved issues from past life and present life experiences, and me being healed and nobody's showing me in my everyday life, hey, this is what you got to do to get rid of that, this is what you got to do to heal yourself. I had to pay somebody 100 motherfucking $20 a motherfucking week, bitch, for 32 motherfucking weeks, bitch, to get the motherfucking answers. But no mama, no daddy, no grandmama, no neighbor, no church, no pastor of the church, no deacon of the church, no temple leader. Nobody had the motherfucking answers to solve my motherfucking problems. So that's when I said, bitch, I'm gonna get my healing, and when I get my healing, I'm gonna see, and I'm gonna say, okay, baby, this person could also use the healing. Let me show this person a way. This person could also use the healing. Let me show this person a way. But like I said, in the midst of that, people that were traumatized that want to stay in a trauma, the holes that don't want to be saved, they said, bitch, you know what? This bitch is trying to help people. We don't need this bitch to fuck up our coins. So let's band together in the bullshit ass witch group that we're in, the fucked up ass special needs COVID that we in, the piglet community, the dried up buckwheat community, the wannabe ass Sasquatch ass, and see, bitch, you could be a Sasquatch and I be 6 feet motherfucking tall community. Let's band together and let's act like we're pissed off consumers and fuck some shit up. And you did it. And you did it. And I just did nothing for me, but made me say, yeah, let me be mindful about people who bring up the likeliness of this energy because clearly you're on their frequency. And if you're on their frequency and you're not trying to be saved or be elevated from that frequency, baby, there's nothing I can do for you. There's nothing that I can do for you. And like I said, it took me a very long time. And we're going to be in 2 years exact because, of course, y'all have not seen me on YouTube as much as you used to back in the day. It took me 2 years to be exact of really, really thinking about, like, damn, like I really am not able to assist people because people are in their own trauma and they're not really trying to get out. They want to play little, cat and mouse games. It's kind of like, you with a man, you just leave him, but you're like, fuck this shit. I like irritating the fuck out of him because he irritated the fuck out of me. The awakened woman in you would say, bitch, let me leave this motherfucker alone. Let me keep it moving. Let me manifest a man, my God. I'm a goddess, so let me manifest a God. That's the awakened healed woman in you would say that. But the unhealed girl in you is like, fuck that shit. I ain't letting this motherfucker go. And you want to play these little games with him. So, like I said, I had to really sit back and say, damn, even other people, saying, listen, girl, you can't do it. You can't save everybody. You need to only tend to people that are on your frequency, and everybody else, let them go and do what they need to do. Let them go and fall to the wayside. Let them drown, bitch. They don't want to be saved. Let them drown, honey. They don't want to be saved. Let them perish in the fire. They don't want to be saved. And so moving forward, I'm going to be changing up a lot of stuff on Two Spirit Mystic .blogspot.com, and I'm even gonna lean more towards so outside of the classes and the products, because of course I'm always gonna do that because I love doing that. I love offering the classes, teaching people things, all the good stuff. But to get work done with me, I'm gonna be very, very selective, and I want to be more of a personal. Okay, like I said, the original mission. Okay, the original mission when I first got on YouTube. And really, really get put out there, what, in 2016, 2017, that was my main purpose. It was to sit here and let everybody, she got this baby daddy issue that all she got to do is leave the motherfucker alone, focus on her money. Yeah, like people like that, like I said, I'm not interested in doing energy work with that no more because you're not trying to get out of that energy. And like I said, there's people that I've actually got into it with, kind of, like, hey, listen, I'm seeing that you're doing some fucked up shit right now. So how are we resolving this energy? But you're taking matters in your own hand. And of course, some of them would say shit, but you don't know, what I've been through with this person. And I'm just like, bitch, I do now. Like, eh, 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 did you not get a reading done with me? Because bitch, just because I didn't say it, don't mean that I fucking don't know it. And I always say that to people, family, friends, and enemies. Just because I don't talk about it, I mean I don't fucking know about it. That's just I don't fuck with that many people. In my inner circle, bitch, I can count on 3 fingers who's in my motherfucking inner circle. 3 fingers. And I live peacefully. I sleep good. Bitch, ain't no drama. Ain't my phone ain't blowing up all day. Personal phone. Hey, what's up? Yeah, did you hear what Shadow said? Said? I live good. I'm not into drama. I'm not into mess. That shit will get you sick and it will kill you. People are walking around right now with aneurysms. They're walking right now with high blood pressure. They're walking around right now with diabetes. They're walking right now with issues with the liver. They're walking right now with issues with the blood, the stomach, the intestines, and they don't even understand that all that shit that you are holding on to ain't serving you. It's making you sick and it's killing you. Do your research on that. Physically, what negative energy and what stress does to you. And your body does not know the difference between stress and negative energy. It's the same fucking thing. Your body is in a fight or flight state, and your body is like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? So that's how I'm saying, like, bitch, people are okay with that. They're okay with living in that life, and that's okay. But bitch, you stay over there. Okay? I don't need that in my house. I don't need that in my space. Oh, going into today, someone that I watch, they claim they're not a psychic or a seer, but I definitely know they're connected to energy because the things that they say is definitely real, and I definitely vibe with it. And I only fuck with realness, honey. I can't even wear fake jewelry, bitch. I'm allergic to fake jewelry. Hello, hello, bitch. I can't even wear gold plated jewelry, silver plated jewelry, bitch. It have to be sterling silver, or it has to be real motherfucking gold, bitch, or it can't touch. So the same thing with energy, bitch. I can't do the fake ass energy. And I even know that sometimes when people are real, they come across, okay, a certain way. But I do know they're still a work in progress for their healing too. So they could be, they can make transphobic statements and they can make homophobic statements. But when you're healed, you're like, listen, I know why. I know where that's coming from. Maybe, someone that they knew rubbed them the wrong way who was a part of that community. And now if I'm a part of that, bitch, I'm gonna change your mind on that because we all not like that. We all don't do that shit. We all not messy. We all not catty. We all not insecure with ourselves. And we all don't need validation for our motherfucking experience. And so, like I said, going into her and her giving me a little light reading today, saying that, what she's seeing, and we won't even go over that right now because, bitch, people don't think that I'm boosted and I'm bragging, but it is what it is. And she said that you have a hard time of letting things go and not the trivial shit because people want to say, yeah, you somebody said something about you a year ago, you're still bringing it up. That's not what the fuck she's talking about. She's talking about, bitch, there's things that I could be doing that I need to be doing and that I'm not really taking heed for, which is true. There's ideas that circulate through this mind. There's energies that circulate in this body. And I'm like, damn, I could do A, B, C, D, F, G. But then I'm like, no, no, because I don't want to be that girl. No, I don't want to be that girl. And like I said, going into letting go of things, that's part of my healing journey. That's a part of your healing journey. We all have things that we cannot let go of. It may not be physical things, but a lot of things it's emotional. A lot of things is mental. And I keep telling y'all, we have many, many energetic bodies, okay? But two of them are very, very prominent, and that is our emotional body and our mental body. And we all have baggages one of those two bodies that we cannot resolve. And it's an everyday progress. Hence going into smoking, going into drinking. If you can let go of life so easily, you can let go of things so easily, you won't be stressing out. So what is the purpose of you drinking liquor to have fun? What are you trying to let out that you can let out when you're sober? If you're so non-stress, or you let go of things you can easily let go, or you're completely out of your box, then why are you smoking to relax yourself? Why are you drinking to relax yourself? Can't you just close your eyes, close your door, close your blinds, turn off your phone and relax like someone who's tapped in could do? So, like I said, all this stuff goes into that. The mental and the emotional bodies need to be healed collectively. Going into the black community, people don't like to talk about it, but we're gonna motherfucking talk about it. Going into the black community, 99%, and I'm even want to say comfortably, 98% of black people in America that identify as African American, for one, bitch, you already, that already says right there, girl. Because you never been to Africa, you got no citizenship in Africa. You can talk about your ancestors 400 years ago, baby, but you're here. And then show me proof that your ancestors came from over there. Okay, go to genealogy.com, look up Dane Calloway, book on how you could trace it, and show me proof that your ancestors was docked on a ship and got off that motherfucking ship. So, like I said, you have shit that is on you that you have not let go. And the same side, on the flip side, Asian people, Japanese, Cambodian, Vietnamese, were abused, stolen, raped by American people in this country. on this land. And we're talking about recent, bitch. We're not talking about 300 years ago. We're not talking about 250, 250. We're talking about 30, 40, 50 years ago. We're talking about 1970. We're talking about 1972. We're talking about 1985. So these people don't walk around with fucking heads and chips on their fucking shoulder and oh my god, yeah, it's because I'm Cambodian. It's because I'm Vietnamese, huh? Oh, you bitches can't stand me because I'm girl. Like you have to let that shit go. This is why nothing is being resolved. You have to let that go. Nothing lasts forever. And like I said, I will continue to say, even when you were being abused, when you were being attacked, when you were being squirted down with water hose and had German shepherds attacked on your ass, you still had white folks out there fighting with your black ass. They spent their time in motherfucking jail too. And some of them motherfuckers didn't even get let out after your black ass got freed out that jail cell. They stayed in there. But nobody want to talk about that though. Because there's an agenda that America wants to put on blacks in America to keep you trapped, to keep you away from who you really are. And like I said, I'm that bitch, I'm not falling for that. I'm that bitch that said that what I say when I always say, bitch, I know things, I see things. You cannot fool me. And I will not have a discussion and I will not fight and debate and go back and forth with people who are not spiritually awakened. If you're spiritually dead, laying in your slumbers, bitch, we have nothing to talk about. If you want to hold on to this pain, but yet you don't want to talk about the pain that you felt with your mom and your dad, you don't want to talk about the pain about your father leaving. You want to talk about the pain about being in love with a man who didn't want you, but you still want to talk about blacks and the whites owning the blacks and the white men still don't like the black men and the black. Like, you still want to talk about that bullshit. Like, let's talk about what is really at hand. What is really going on? And like I said, if you're not seeing the distractions, I can't show you the distractions. If you're not seeing it, like I said, you don't want to be saved. If you're not seeing that they're making everything else about everything else except for saying this is what you need to focus on, then I can't help you. I mean, they went as far as saying that black people cannot be racist because it's only the oppressor that could be racist. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, so someone who hates gay people is not an oppressor? Someone who says they flat out they don't like any other race, that can't be an oppressor? Like, let's talk about it for a minute, honey. Maybe not to the degree that you think, but like I told you, you do your research. They had black only cities and towns and stuff back in the day. They even had black slave owners. So, like I said, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. But yet, everybody's hoodooists and voodooists. Everybody talked to their ancestors. And my ancestor told me that I need to do work on the white. And I'm just like, girl, but yet your black ass still ain't where you want to be at. You still got problems in your home. Collectively, you still got problems in your home. You worrying about what they doing over there on the outside, but you're not worried about what's going on in the inside. You're not worried about what triggered you, what got you, what caused your young, smart, intelligent, spiritually in tuned ass to say, you know what, I think I'm gonna have multiple baby mamas and I'm not gonna marry none of them. And I think the one that I do find is gonna not be like the ones who look like my mama. Like what? Like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about why you're so concerned about who's the man, who's a woman, why this cross dresser is out here doing his thing. I will never call someone who's a man or woman. Like, okay, let's talk about what's really important. Is that really your concern? Are you going to bed and waking up thinking about that, sis? Are you really going to bed and waking up thinking about that, sis? Because it looks kind of like some hater ass shit. That's what it kind of looks like. And we'll really put the ice on the cake. I think there's a Twitter or IG called Black People and They Dogs. And back in the day, I remember growing up because I grew up around a lot of white people. I had a lot of white friends and stuff because those are the ones that loved me and supported me. Girl, the black people, girl, they pulled my hair, cut my hair, punched me in my face, dragged me in the fucking dirt, called me all these faggots and all that good shit, girl. That's what the fuck they did to me, girl. But the white women's and the white men's, they were very nice. They never called me out my name. They never said, "Ooh, bitch, you a faggot." None of that, bitch. I got invited to parties, bitch. They supported me, girl. They didn't disrespect people in front of me. I had one friend, her name was Alyssa Miller. She called a black girl the N-word, and she said, "But I'm not talking about you. N-word is a reckless, stupid ass black person." That's exactly what came out of her mouth, and that was the only experience I had with racism with a white woman or a white man. in front of me. Like I said, being called out my name, being disrespected, have always been by black people. Okay, hello. And one Asian man, his name was Bobby. Okay, Bobby called me the N word too before. Okay, that's it. But like I said, what's really the issue? Like, we really should be talking. Oh, going back into the black people and their dogs. Like, back in the 90s and early 2000s, y'all call white people crazy. Oh yeah, white people and white people and their dogs. White people let their dogs play in the house. White people feed their dog at the dinner table too. White people let their dog sleep with them. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, damn. So my triracial ass, I guess I am more white than I am black, because they said that black people can't swim. I'm like, damn, I love swimming. I definitely not swim, bitch. I learned how to swim, bitch, at 9 years old. Hello? I have uncles and shit that went deep sea fishing and shit. They, girl, when we say deep sea fishing, girl, we talk about in water that's 1,000 feet deep, girl. So they have to know how to swim. Hello? And these are so-called black people. Going into black people are afraid of dogs. I'm just like, that is crazy. Like dogs? Like, bitch, I'm more afraid of insects than I am dogs or cats or birds and shit. You know, I'm more afraid of that than that. So I'm just like, yeah. So maybe, whatever. But fast forwarding, I'm like, well, on the outside and the inside, this looks like y'all are really trying to compete with these white folks. Y'all said the white folks are competing with y'all. But I really think y'all trying to compete with the white folks. Going from the perming of the hair, not saying what I am saying, we're being truthful here. Going from the perming of the hair, because during that time, I think you were perming your hair. I don't think there was any white folks wearing dreadlocks, dashikis, and cornrows during that time, were they? I'll stand corrected if you can find that. So you're out there perming your hair with lye and shit. Use the lye chemically changing the texture of your hair. You were out here, trying to, do the paperback test and shit. Y'all doing lovely, what is it? A black and white, the soap, the hydroquinone soap by ambient shit, girl. Y'all out here bleaching y'all skins and shit. And then, girl, all this other shit. And moving forward, now all of a sudden it's, well, white people want to be black so bad they get their lips done, they get a tan, they put on dashikis, they're wearing, and I'm just like, but didn't you do that too? Like, I'm just trying to make it make sense here. I mean, I'm just trying to get clarity. Didn't you do the same thing? And then I'm against racism. White people have treated us so wrong, so bad. But yet, on the same token, you're treating gays wrong and so bad. You calling gays faggots and dykes and stuff. But when a white man call you a nigger, you mad. What is the difference? What is the difference? Please let me know. How can someone claim that they don't like being oppressed, but they become the oppressor? Please make it make sense to me. That sounds like a privilege, bitch. That sounds like you want to have a privilege like them. That's what that shit sounds like. It sounds like they called you names, and so now you want to call the people names. That's what it sounds like to me, sis. It sounds like you want to attack people like you've been attacked. And then they be speaking the same bullshit as they be speaking. I'm anti-white, this and that, and this and that. But yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I wouldn't be doing nothing with a gay person. And just like, well, that's what the white man said in 1950s and 60s when he said that he don't want to drink from the same fountain as a black person. When he said he don't want to use the same bathroom as a black person. When he said that he don't want to be in line with a black person. He said, I want to smell black people. So what's the fucking difference between that and you coming for gay people? Like, I need it to make sense for me. Like, what's the difference? What's the difference if you calling somebody fat, or you calling somebody a faggot, or somebody calling somebody the N-word? What's the difference? Because stupidity is stupidity. And it ain't changing shit. We've been so stuck in our ways all these years and we're not seeing shit. Going into the spiritual community on motherfucking YouTube. Bitch, I've been watching this shit since motherfucking 2008, bitch, and I don't see no motherfucking difference. Can you let me know what change have we have seen? What change have we seen with any of these people? Because I can go back into the AKTs. That was one of the first bitches that I watched. And I said, I don't see no growth. I don't see nothing change. I see a downfall. I see things spiraling out of fucking control, but I don't see no queen. I don't see no goddess energy. And like I said, going into a lot of people, you look at their, oh, bitch, I've been having my channel for 15 years. It's still the same shit, though. Like, show us that you're manifesting the life that you're claiming to help other people manifest. Because, bitch, in my short run on this shit, my short run, Bitch, we give it say what 13 years. My short run, bitch, we've definitely elevated. We definitely showed, bitch. And that's what I want to say too. How many of you hoes are actually paying taxes? How many of you hoes got how many of you hoes are in good terms with the IRS? I mean, let's talk about it. Because we all, we rich. We're balling, but you ain't paying no tax, bitch. You're a thief. That's called tax evasion. You are a fucking thief, bitch. And the universe does not bless thieves. You're blocking your blessing. So, like I said, once again, what is going on? What is the difference? And like I said, if you don't want to be saved, if you want to stay, oh my God, she's talking about black people. Oh my God, she's coming for black women. I told you this motherfucker don't like black women. No, bitch, I'm coming for everybody. I'm coming for the spiritual people. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, gay, straight. Doesn't matter. I'm coming for your ass. I'm coming for. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or man, bitch. If you have multiple children and you are not married to none of your children's mother or father, bitch, I'm coming for you. And we're talking about the spiritual people. We're not talking about the people who are in the mundane world because, bitch, yeah, you're not in this. We're talking about people that have been watching YouTube videos, doing spiritual work, taking spiritual classes, and still doing the same shit. I don't fuck with white people. I'm a Melanite. They're genomes. I don't do gay people because you're an abomination. Like, girl, what? So when you die, you let me know that when you die, that your blackness actually matter on the other side. When you die, you let me know that the fact that you lived your life as a woman or a man actually mattered in the next life. But you let me know this. You let me know this. You let me know if you're really tapped in and you're really connected to shit. You let me know once again why you're spending your 100 years worried about shit that is not feeding your motherfucking spirit. Not worrying about the shit that is going to feed your spirit. You're worrying about shit that's not going to feed your spirit. We're worrying about why they building next door when we're not even building our shit. I told you I used to sit on the phone with somebody out there, which I was like, okay, mama speak a good game, but once again, that's that commercialized wannabe spiritual shit. Like, bitch, that Negro spiritual, bitch, you're not awakened. Mama would sit up on that motherfucking phone and she would come for the Asians and the Jewish people, and the Jewish are opening up all the shops, and the Asians are opening the shops, and they don't want to kiss. And I'm just like, well, if you're so upset about that, then why don't you get a business license and open up a business to support black people? Like, if you're so upset about that, going into a lot of shit, like, why don't you do something that well, because I don't have the time and the patience for that and the resources for that. Okay, so why are you giving an opinion about something that you know nothing about? Because once again, it looks like a hater. It looks like you're mad because they're coming in and doing this shit. Oh, girl, Anderson, what's his name? Claude Anderson. I can't stand that motherfucker either, girl. He leading black people straight to nowhere. He leading black people straight to no motherfucking where as the other motherfuckers didn't. With all due respect. Bitch, yeah, y'all should be mad because they gave the Asians business license for they gave y'all like business license. And I'm just like, so there's no successful black people in America that own a business that they got a business license or business loan from the Bank of America or Wells Fargo or any of that? Citibank? Like, let's talk about it. There ain't no black person in America that got a loan from the United States government. Like, girl, stop it. A lot of black people don't want to own a business. A lot of black people don't want to become their own boss. I was looking at a comment there where they were talking about stop fussing about $15 an hour and actually start your own business. And all the comments was mostly people of color, black people, saying, well, everybody can't do that. I went to start my own business and it failed in the first year. So I'm stuck working 9 to 5. And I'm just like, girl. So there's a magical a magical story, a magical, like I said, I want to get on that, girl, if that's the case, where Asians could, come into the country, they apply, and the white man's just like, yeah, I'll just give them yeah, let's piss off these black people in this country, even though girl, stop it. Like I said, girl, I'm not on that. I'm not in that. I'm not on that frequency. If you're on that frequency, baby, stay with people that are on that frequency. And like I said, in 5 more years, you tell me where you're at collectively. You tell me why people are still getting into the shit physically and not spiritually. But yeah, we all hoodooists. We all know voodoo. My ancestors told me, but your ancestors ain't telling you how to heal your life. Your ancestors got words for everybody else but yourself. How does that work? Your spirits got words for everybody else but you. House falling apart. Why did spirit tell you to get the fuck up out of there? But they telling you to tell other people how to move. That doesn't make sense to me. You were in danger. Well, listen, I lost a lot of shit, but it's okay. I'm still certified and I'm experienced to show you how to save your shit. Like, girl, it doesn't work that way. I don't need no bald headed bitch doing my hair. I don't need no bitch without girl. I don't need a bitch with no teeth trying to show me how to use my mouse. Okay, bitch, like I said, if you don't have it, you don't know what it's like. So, bitch, like I said, step over there, and if you can keep it, because we all was born with teeth, and we all born with the opportunity to have hair. We're not talking about alopecia people. Like I said, we're going into what we're talking about, bitch, because, people are going to say, well, she can't people with alopecia. No, 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 we're not. We're talking about spiritual people that are claiming that they have the answers, but yet they have so much baggage on them. Like, how are you elevating and ascending and connecting into higher realm, but you have trauma that you have not resolved yet? And like I said, I don't see any, and correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I was stand corrected. Is there any Hispanic, uh, non-black identifying, are there any Caucasian spiritualists, Asian non-black identifying, because they say black is everywhere, so but you're gonna keep it on that. So Asians that are non-black identifying, are there any of these spiritualists out there that gets on video and they're drinking, getting high and shit, and saying spirit is coming in and checking another goat girl? I mean, they got a big ass bottle of Casamigos honey or Irish Scott, bitch. Just girl Jameson girl, just chugging the shit down, sitting there saying, "Y'all, spirit is coming through right now. Spirit is telling me A, B, C, or G." Or like I said, smoking weed, sitting there getting high and shit, and oh yeah, honey, I just got some clarity. I just got a download right now. Because I'm like, scientifically, how did you get a download when you're killing off a brain cell? How? How did you get a download when you killed off a brain cell? How did you get a download when you just took a swap of toxic poison and just killed off a million cells? How's that possible? Like they said, a million cells die every minute. It says in 60 seconds, a million of your cells die, right? Neurons die. So, bitch, you're helping that when you drink or you smoke fucking weed and shit, chemicals. So it's like, how are you tapping in and how are you getting real shit once again when you're out of it? Like you're not even yourself. Like you have been shut down. That's why the spirit talk about drunkardness and being high, which is really low. I keep telling y'all, everything's reversed in the spirit realm. Whatever's in the spirit realm, in the physical realm, we try to mirror that in the spirit realm, not the other way around. So it's reversed. So when they say you're getting high, they mean you're getting low. Okay, so going into drunk, oh yeah, when I'm drunk, I can think better. When I'm high, I can think better. Bitch, that is some type of demonic attachment. Because bitch, when you are drunk, once again, your real self get locked down and other things come in. Because there are spirits that walk with you. Like I said, the Bible talks about it. Do your research. The Quran talks about it too. Do your research. Bitch, there are spirits that are always around you, and when you're not in full control of yourself, these spirits come in and take full control of self. So now you do shit that you don't remember, you can take responsibility, accountability for. So, like I said, you can't say shit to me. And well, people go through shit, and well, bitch, like, so I didn't. I was just born, perfect. I had no issues, no drama, no nothing. I just came out. I was just perfect. Life was good to me from the beginning on to up to now. Like there was no trauma, no drama. Society never oppressed me. They never told me shit that was discouraging me ever. And like I said, bitch, I'm right now sober. Never did drugs, never drunk, never picked up none of that shit, bitch. Liquor, going into beer, Corona, yes. Going into tequila, bitch, one or two times, bitch. Going into vodka, two or three times, bitch. That's it. Never again. When's the last time I drank something, bitch? 4 years ago. Before that, 3 years before that. Before that, 1 year before that. Before that, another year before that. Bitch, once in a blue moon, I did. But bitch, sitting here and oh my God, I'm out of my ass and I don't know what's going on. And oh girl, baby girl, I'm taking full accountability and responsibility for my energy and my consciousness. You're not gonna take me out of my consciousness and do things to me like RAPE. We're not doing that, honey. So like I said, I take full accountability responsibility. When I'm by myself, if I was to choose to do that shit, bitch, I would do it. But even then, if you're healed, why you need to do that? What are you running from? If you're so healed, if you're so resolved with your trauma, if you don't got mommy or daddy issues, why are you still drinking and smoking to escape the trauma then? It makes no sense to, like I said, people who are awakened. But I sit back and once again, I mind my own business like we all should. I do speak on things when I see things because people once again come to the spiritual community for healing and insight because they're thinking that you have visions and you have, you could see things that they can't see. For the I would say for the lesser part that is true because some of us really do have it. Other people bitch they tell you what they think they know about you. That's why they only want to cater to their demographics. I told you one of these spiritualists, in her airheadedness was sitting here and they wrote a song about her too back in the day, honey. Ooh doo doo, you're a dumb bee, you're a dumb bee. Anyway, uh she said in her stupidness, okay, that it's about demographics. And I'm like, okay. So you know that if a white woman came to you and got work done, that she would see right through your bullshit. That's what you're admitting. Okay. Subconsciously, you're admitting to that. You only want to deal with people that are like you, that are traumatized, choose to be oppressed, and choose to see things from the negative aspect because you can keep full control over them. And like I said, that's how I became people motherfucking enemies. Because bitch, for one, I'm transgender. For two, bitch, I'm speaking the truth. For three, bitch, I'm here to raise people's fucking consciousness. And I'm not here fixated on a gender. I'm not here fixated on a race. I'm not here fixated on a spiritual denomination. I'm here focused on spirit. Because I know, bitch, that we all here right now are not going to be here one day. So, bitch, what is left here will be the fruit that they'll motherfucking eat from. You can sit here all day and say, I'm here to do this, I'm here to do that. Bitch, they've been doing that shit in the conscious community for how many years? They got videos of fucking 1926, Sweet Daddy, Ray, and Boogalooga and Dooga and all this other bullshit, girl, from 1920s. And I'm like, damn, in 2022, 102 years later, we still ain't seeing shit. God damn. And we're not seeing shit amongst each other. That's like that. Like, I wish we lived in a very transparent world. When you get fired from a job as a black person, I wish they'll show you how many black people voted for you not to get that job. Going into, Barack Obama being the president of the country back in the day when he was, I wonder how many so-called pro-black people voted against him not being in office. Like, I wish we were so transparent in this country that we could see things for what it is. Like, bitch, stand on what you believe and stay firm in it. Like, bitch, yeah, I'm pro-black, but I'm not this and that. Like, girl, bye. If you're so pro-black, then have babies with only people that you love. Why are you out here having multiple baby mamas if you're so black? If you're so pro-black? And that's to be killing about these red pills, orange pills, purple pills, and green pill people. Like, bitch, y'all have multiple children with multiple women, allegedly, not really taking care of them, but yeah, you out here getting the word from the ancestors and the spirit talking and shit. Going into BH. No shade. Daddy's sitting here eating all this fatty ass foods. How all this pig and lard and shit and girl high blood pressure sitting here with germ toxins in this damn body, giving you downloads of spirits talking to me, and I'm getting the insight and this and that, and then bitch and tell when something happened. Something happened, bitch. Now all of a sudden, bitch. Now, well, he knew a lot of shit, but it's like, but he got that shit from white man, as we talked about with Nature Boy. Everybody was like, when Nature Boy, like, Nature Boy got his shit from white man too, and then people are saying that allegedly he was getting it from no, bitch. There's a white guy that taught them that shit, and you could prove me wrong, and I prove me right. I got my motherfucking receipts, bitch. I keep my shit. I keep shit logged. Prove me wrong, and I will prove me right, bitch. So, like I said, bitch, that's where the shit came from. Bitch, it came into that whole, I love this ebony stuff, and I'm going to give you what I want to give you so you can get a little bit of your power. And it was bullshit. It was fetish. I saw something the other day where, where they were talking, and the guy said that a Snicker bar was designed after a black man's penis. And I was just like, the darnest things that these motherfuckers be saying. So, like, girl, so people are just so obsessed with black penis that they said, let's make a candy bar and let's call it Snickers because it sounds so close to Snickers. Let's call it Snickers, and we're gonna say it's like a black. And I said, girl, that takes an arrogant, stupid ass motherfucker to say shit like that. You could be book smarts all day long, but we talk about spiritual consciousness. You do not have it. You do not have that shit. Like, girl, no shade. Like they were just so turned on, and they're just like, let's make a candy bar and let's get everybody the black man's lingam in their mouth. And I was thinking about that too. Like adults don't really eat candy like that, so it got me thinking about it too. Like a lot of these conscious black men are pedophiles, and bitch, I don't care what nobody say. A lot of these motherfuckers are pedophiles. Okay, a lot of them are pedophiles, and going into the woman's side, bitch, they abandon their children, they abandon their life. So it is what it is, bitch. So it's like I'm already looking at you a little sideways, honey. You saying that you're a black conscious man, so I'm already kind of looking at you, with the good eyes and the and the eyes that could be a lot better. Whatever, like bitch, I'm already looking at you, and then you're like a Snickers. It sounds like some of your kids are eating these candy bars, or kids are eating the candy bars. Period. Are you slapping it out their hand, or you sitting here watching them chow down on that Snickers bars? You perverted ass motherfucker. Is that what you doing? Because like I said, bitch, you got to pay attention to people when they talk. Some people think they be spazzing and jazzing, but they really be telling you what the fuck they be doing. So like I said, bitch, I'm not a fan of that shit. Like I said, I'm alone, what they call a lone wolf. Okay. I see people that I vibe and I connect with, but bitch, like I said, bitch, I'm over here. A lot of people are connected to shit. The shit will fall. You will see it. You will see. You will see. Bitch, like I said, you don't want to be safe. You don't want to be safe. Things are changing. Okay. Things are changing. Energy are changing. And you're either going to rise up or you're going to stay down. And like I said, I only want to deal with people who want to rise up. And that's it. And like I said, no, there's not no whole, hey, all this other bullshit, fake shit, honey. I need all my black people. I need all my LGBT to come forward. No, bitch, I need everybody who has a conscious mind and motherfucking think to come forward. I need somebody I need people to have a heart to come forward. People who can think for themselves to come forward. People who can speak for themselves to come forward. Not trying to be a follower to come forward. That's what the fuck we motherfucking need. Stop. Oh, we need to get together, and I'm gonna be the leader, and I'm gonna be the high priestess, and I'm gonna be the grand. Like, honey, how the fuck are you high anything, bitch, and you don't know anything about your lows? You have not accepted your lows, so how the fuck are you anything high? Like I said, bitch, you could sugar and you get all these other people to go with you and to be in the stupid bus on the stupid bus with your ass, the Laylaw bus. Bitch, like I said, a lot of us we are awakened. We see it for what it is, and we're gonna keep it pushing. Like I said, I want to keep my energy personally. I don't want to be over drained. I want to only connect with people that are on my frequency or are trying to get there, but you're really putting in the effort. And like I said, we'll talk about it down the line, but we're changing things. When you go to the blog spot, there's going to be one page. You're going to see everything you need to see on that one page. There's no more 20, 40, 50, 60, 80 pages. Because once again, I want to stay intimate. Okay? I don't want to be accessible to everybody and everything. You can't be jumping in and trying to get some and, girl, we don't got time for that. Going into, once again, even over stimulating, because that's what that's called, overstimulating. People who are claiming to be psychic, intuitive, spiritually inclined, spiritually gifted, magi, sorcerers, witches, hoodooists, high priestess, practitioners, lowest, whatever the hell they call, because girl, they got all these damn titles, whatever the fuck they want to call themselves. These people, once again, they are becoming overly stimulated. And they're making it seem like, bitch, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been working every day on this shit. And yet I still got my shit. No, you don't. I had a conversation with another spiritually inclined person who do not do work for anybody. As I told you, I know many of them in the South and over here on the West Coast, they only sell supply stuff. They don't do work with people. Where they actually said, like, yeah, if people are doing, 10 readings a day, the first 3 readings are real. The other 7 readings are going to be based on what they assume about that person. what they assume. Like, okay, this person's getting a reading from me. They're telling me, they're asking me this question. So this is what I'm going to give them. They're not really tapping in. And that's why I love when people think they're coming from the left side when we do readings. They think they're going to side swap a bitch and I hit that shit head on. Or maybe they don't even ask the question yet. Maybe they said, okay, I want to know about my money. And then I answer that question. I answer other questions in that same question. And they said, damn, that's my next question. Yeah, bitch, that's called a side swipe to me. See, but you didn't think I know what I know. I didn't see what I see. Like I said, that's how I've stayed out of danger all my years on this motherfucking planet. I've stayed out of danger. I've had a little hiccups, what they call bumps, potholes in the road, but bitch, I'm still here. Okay? And there's a lot of hoes, bitch, that can't say at this age that they were free in the mind, but they were free in the spirit, and they were free physically. Come on in here. Hello? They can't tell you that at my age, especially on these motherfucking platforms. These high priestesses and this and that and all these little elaborate names they have. Bitch, when you were 30 to 30 motherfucking 5, what exactly were you doing? Was your life together? And we need to see proof of that. We need to see some type of proof that your life was together. Well, no, I was still finding myself. No, baby girl, you find yourself in your 20s and your teenage years. If you're finding yourself in your 30s and 40s and 50s, you're not meant to be a leader, baby. If it took you until your 50s and 40s to find yourself, you're just here to motivate people, but you're not here to fucking lead people, baby, because you need to be led. Like I said, our mind becomes fully developed at 27 years old. And it actually starts around 25. Like I said, once again, this is why Enterprise Car Rental says that you have to be 25 or older to rent a car from them. Because once again, you become aware of self. You become very connected with your surroundings. Before that, girl, you're just, oh, what? Oh, I see that. Oh, it's cute. So it's like, yeah, mama, you find yourself in your 20s and in your teens. Your early 30s, you're really convinced about what you are. Like I said, if you're still finding yourself in your 40s or 50s and your 60s, and there's no shade with anybody, going into energies, going into my shaman rights, going into things that have been passed on to my ancestor, bitch, like I said, that have kept me whole, that have kept me complete, that have kept me a motherfucking afloat. Bitch, you cannot find yourself at 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. When your life expectancy is what? They say 65 right now, 67? So how you find yourself when you're going out? It doesn't make sense. Now, if you say like, bitch, I decided at 40 to walk my own path, like I said, I will definitely be like, damn, wow, I salute you. 50, you wanted to walk your own. Wow. But bitch, yeah, 40, 50, and now you think you come out and lead people when you spent your 20s and 30s behind bars, when you've been scamming and scheming your whole life, writing bounce checks and lying to the banks to get a mortgage and using your deceased grandmama shit. Like, wait, what? Like, what planet are we on? What dimension are we living in? And then they understand they're living in the 5th D and 4th D and shit. You are. Yeah, like I said, going into D, think of any words that start with D. You look up all words that start with D and you tell me what's on that list that we're dealing with right now. Can we talk about it? Death, destruction. Hello? So, yes, you're living in 5D. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah, bitch. Like I said, death and destruction. You sure are. You're about fucking shit up and you're about definitely making things happen that's fucking you up. That's still going to the church still. Delay, denial. That's what you fucking on, baby. That's why ain't nothing working out for you. You're not prospering. You're not moving through. You're not becoming who you think that you are. And like I said, people get so caught up in the age thing. I'm becoming a crone witch, but you missed being the maiden. Like, how does that work? How do you miss being the maiden? How did you miss the other 7 cycles prior to where you're at now, and then somehow the way you learned? It doesn't work that way. You learn your lesson as a kid. Like I said, children who are disciplined, children who knows right from wrong, and they were taught right from wrong, and they took heed to that. When they become adults, they become responsible and accountable for themselves. The people who did not learn that as kids, those are the ones that end up in the system, and they feel like the world owes them shit. They never get over that, honey. That's forever until they go. That's forever. And they may say, well, I don't feel this way publicly, but now they want your man because they feel like they're entitled to your man. Now they want your position at work because they feel like they're entitled to your position at work. Bitch, you on welfare, they on welfare, they want to call CPS on you because they want, what you got. They want to be in that position. Ain't nobody greater than you trying to kick you down more. Ain't nobody who really think that they the badass or the greatest of it all coming for you and trying to keep you oppressed and down. It's the insecure bitch or the motherfucker that does that shit. It's the bastard or the bitch that don't know if they're a bastard or a bitch. And we talk about spiritual confusion. Like I said, a lot of people are gonna be like, well, this is a transgender person telling us that. Bitch, gender identity is not a confusion, bitch. How we know what's going on anatomically. Now, if I was sitting here playing with y'all and saying shit about, this and that, when we know it's this and that, bitch, that'll be a whole nother story. But bitch, we know exactly what the fuck it is, girl. We just go into what we choose to identify with and what we choose not to identify with. And that's how I manifest what I manifest, and you manifest what you manifest. You're confident, secure to being who you are, and you think I'm coming for your position. But if you were so confident, secure to who you are, you won't be concerned about me coming for your position, and you'll be able to lock shit down and keep things nice and tight. And going into that, I'm be done, going into the adult shit. Like, people really think that, once again, that people who work in the adult industry, and for the most part, it could be true, they're sexually traumatized. They're sexually into sexual stuff, and you could do better. And babe, you could be the better, blah blah. Listen, y'all, divorce rates in this country is 60%. There's a lot of people that are married. We'll even say 90% of marriages they're not happy in. They choose to stay in that relationship for whatever reason, but they're not happy. Men, and I'm talking people who are into penis, okay? Women, it's a little more about the emotion, it's a little more about the intellect. But for men, men are about physical connection. That's fucking and sucking, dipping and lowing, all that good shit. So if you're into a penis, there's no way you're gonna sit here and tell yourself or tell anybody, bitch, that I'm happy and secure with myself, but I'm not sexual. I'm happy and secure with myself, but I will never be out here wearing some booty shorts. I'll never be out here and be an escort. I'll never be a stripper. I'll never be a cam. I'll never be like I said. You may not really be into penis like that then. Because to know that men are into sexual things, in order to keep a man, bitch, you gotta be into what he's into. So trust me when I tell you, baby, I'm sexual, but I'm not a hoe. I've escorted, but I've never been a prostitute. Let's talk about it. Virtually speaking, bitch, I can take my clothes off virtually. Bitch, I love my body. I'm a nudist. Even as a kid, my mom could say, bitch, I hated clothes. I hate clothes now. Bitch, hello. Let's talk about it. Bitch, I was born naked, bitch, and I'm going to go out naked. So with that being said, bitch, don't get confused or don't get things fucked up because I say that I'm into the adult industry or that I'm into sexual things. Don't get that shit fucked up. Because like I said, there's a thin line between sexuality and spirituality. And that's why a lot of these pastors get caught up in spiritual scandals, sexual scandals. That's why these rabbis be getting caught up in shit too sometimes. That's why these sheikhs come on in here. People of the temple be getting, and the synagogue be getting caught up in shit because once again, there's a thin line between sexuality and spirituality. So it's like, honey, even going into magic and the Alesters and the Rudolphs and stuff, honey, once again, knowing that that energy is what created everything. Sexual energy creates everything, girl. People that are very intelligent are very sexual. You are not going to sit here and tell me that you're an intelligent being, but you're not into sexual things. Then, bitch, you're motherfucking lying and you're fooling yourself. So, like I said, I'm not ashamed of that. I will never take that back. And that has nothing to do with me having anything on me, me needing to release. That has nothing to do with any of that. That's never going to change. I know that men are sexual beings, and I'm also going to be a motherfucking sexual being for my motherfucking man. So, like I said, but you ain't got to worry about, ain't no motherfucking man. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the next. That's why men cheat. We know that they cheat because they're looking for something. They're looking for mama and dad in a situation. But ultimately, bitch, they get off by what? A man ain't cheat with a woman just sitting in the room talking to her. He got his hands crossed on it. Hi, yeah, I'm just here to talk. No, bitch, they in there getting it on, girl, because that's what he is. He's a predator. He needs to fuck. He needs to get sucked. And that's the other thing too that you don't be understanding, y'all. Well, I don't want to. I don't suck my man. I don't want. Like I said, I don't want to get there, but bitch, we talking tonight. We talking tonight. Yeah, well, I don't suck D. Yeah, I don't go down on my man. And it's like, damn, okay, girl, this is why the escorts are making their money. This is why the strippers are getting their coin too. And then this is why ultimately, bitch, he's gonna have a sideline when he's not at home. And y'all will look, what can I do to keep my man from cheating? Learn how to cook, keep yourself up, and give him that ass when he wants it. If your man likes to fuck 3 times a day, bitch, you better give it to him. If you don't want to give it to him, bitch, y'all not compatible. It's that simple, baby. You're not compatible. If you don't know how to cook, you're not compatible. If you don't want to, well, I'm a real woman. I don't have to put on makeup. I don't have to do my hair. I don't gotta get my nails done. Okay. Well, this is why your man is fucking with the trans. This is why your man is fucking with the femboys. This is why your man, because he's looking for his kicks and dips outside the home, bitch. So like I said, bitch, don't get mad at us because you can't keep him the way that he needs to be kept. Okay, let's talk about it. Like I said, women, on the other hand, are more about emotional and intellect, or not intellectual, but mental connection. So this is why, once again, people normally blame that the man's the cheater, this and that. If a man is entertaining that woman emotionally and intelligently, she won't be looking for nobody else neither. When a woman cheat, goddamn well that man is a weak ass man. And of course, this man be like, yeah, my girlfriend cheated on me, so I had to break up with her. She cheated on me with my best friend, and I'm just like, honey, yeah, now I'm not even into you no more because I know you weak as fuck. Because bitch, that means you don't know the necessities of a woman. Because women are not as prone to cheat like a man is. Once again, because men are predators and females are prey. That's why we say you're not out here chasing a man if you're really a woman. And that go for the transgenders too. I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman, but you and everybody's gonna fucking inbox saying, can I suck your D? That's not a woman, baby. That's the man in you. That's the predator in you. Every time you, oh girl, look at that man. Oh, hey daddy, how big are you? Yeah, that's the predator in you, girl. The woman doesn't do that. She knows that the man is sniffing for her. So she not going trying to get all the attention. Come on in here. Oh, hey, daddy. Hey, sexy. Hey, y'all. Any of y'all in here single? Any of y'all in here looking for a chocolate mama? That's not what a woman is doing, girl. A woman is saying, bitch, I'm the shit. My pheromones are high. He can smell the secretions and excretions of what's coming from between my legs and my armpits and my scalp and my skin going into skin too. That's why women's skin is softer than men naturally. Come on in here. Hello. The men can smell that. They can smell. We talk about the Islamic belief why women fully cover their bodies, hair, no, all that. They believe that ovulation, the smell of the man will ovulate the woman and vice versa. If the woman was showing off her poom poom and she out on a short skirt and she out on a tube top, the man could smell the pheromones coming from her armpits and between her legs. And that makes the man aggressive. That's what I said. When you look up these stories of these women in these clubs, and it's just one example to think about. These women be in these clubs, they be dressing provocative, and these men be doing shit, and they're like, well, me dressed like this don't mean that I want the man to come to me. Uh, Scientifically speaking, consciously you probably didn't think of that, but scientifically speaking, you have pheromones that are excreted from your vagina, from your armpits, from your booty hole, and so these men are smaller. That's why we cover ourselves up. The longer the better. Now the man is seeing you for you, and now he's like, damn, I'm curious to see what that tastes like, what that smell like. But like I said, you that girl, and you want to attract, bitch. You be you, and that's how you gonna attract that motherfucker. Ain't no chasing a man down. And I gotta make sure. Let me get in all these inbox. Hey, daddy, can I meet up with you? Can we fuck tonight? Yeah, we're not doing that, girl. You can go out into the store, girl. Be you, be cute, be sexual. Keep your pH balance nice and good. Keep your yoni nice and clean. Keep your oral hygiene up and good. You talking to a man, he can get that whiffed, and he's like, you smelling good. And you're like, what? And he's like, yeah, you smell real good. And you're like, I don't, I don't smell nothing. Like or maybe you finished cleaning. That happened a few times. Maybe you just got done cleaning. He's like, damn, you smell real good. Damn, like what's that? And it's like, oh, honey, the predator. Anyway, that's it, honey. That's it, honey. That's it for me. Okay. That's it for me. Okay. That's it for me, honey. Come on in here, Jay. Come on in here. Sin K Mazoa killing energy tomorrow. I will be or will be her fourth vet visit. I'm concerned she won't make it through the night. That the new doctors find the issue and she is healed. Oh, okay. You won't tell us what's going on with her though, Didi. What's going on with her? You know, I'm a big believer on and I think I talked about this before on here. I had cousins and family members who would come out and say, "Don't ask, but just pray for me." And I'm just thinking to myself, like, baby girl, I don't know if you know, but I'm not about to sit on here and send you a prayer because karma got your ass together. Hello, bitch. Bitch, I'm not gonna be sitting up here. Now I gotta keep it low, y'all, because it's that time. Hey, girl, I gotta keep it low now. I'm not gonna be sitting up on here, hun, boo boo, sweetie, honey pie, honey dip, honey bun, Krispy Kreme, cherry sorbet, mango niada. I'm not gonna sit up on here and, like I say, send you a prayer and say, God, whatever she's going through, heal her and help her. And girl, just so happened you stabbed a relative of mine. Like, girl, yeah, ma'am. I need to know what the intentions are for. What are we praying for you about, bitch? And if you don't want me to ask, cousin, then I'm not sending a prayer over for you then, honey. You better ask somebody else, girl. Ow. You better ow. You better go to the temple of Satan, honey. Ow. And ask them to send you a prayer. Cause bitch, I ain't praying for you, girl. Ow. I ain't sending you no damn prayer. Anyway, Dee Dee, would be good. That'll be good if you could tell us. Come in here, Tina. Yes, honey, 1942. There you go. You were born in 1942? Or who was 1942? Come on in here. I am Dee Dee, sending your fur baby love and prayers. I know that's right, honey. The Chinese built the railroads up in Northern California, piled the rocks high needle. Hello? Hello? I know about that, honey. I'm from Northern California, Stockton to be exact. Delta. You look up the Delta. They have parts of Stockton that are dedicated to the Filipinos and also to the Chinese because those two cultures helped build Northern Cali motherfucking Fornia. The blacks did too, but blacks got their own recognition by getting houses and mansions and businesses. And like I said, people don't want to talk about that, but it's true. Do your research. A lot of people from the South that are black had money because they were given that shit by their so-called slave masters. So that was your good duty, my serviceman, my servicewoman. Like I said, Asians were given because they came on later in the game, you know, a couple of 100 years later in the game. So they were given regions, they were given Chinatown, they were given, street names and all that good shit. Beautiful shit, honey. Okay, come on in here. You're a mess, honey. Be positive, Dee Dee. I'm sorry, I'm Dee Dee. I'm a fur mom and my dog got sick on me a few months back, and I know how stressful it can be, but stay positive. That's right, honey. Ow. I experienced racism from my own people. There you go. You're light skinned, green eyes. You're not us being called Sandra D. There you go. And that's the other thing, too. See, my mama, my brothers, and my sisters, they all light skinned. Okay, they all light skinned. Bitch, I'm the darkest. I'm Kelly Rowland. Okay, they Beyonce, they Mariah Carey. Okay, and so in my personal home, I never experienced, feeling like I was different from them because my mother loved us all equal, and we were all, precious to her. We still are, as even as adults, we're still precious to her. Um, but on the outside, you're adopted, Blackie, that was, Blackie, that was my name, my nickname, bitch. They would call me a whole bunch of shit. The other, siblings, they would treat them nice and you so pretty and your baby's gonna be good looking and all this other bullshit. And guess who was saying this shit? Other black folks. It wasn't no white people saying that shit. It was no Asians saying that. Oh yeah, honey, we want where's the light skinned black people at? It wasn't that motherfucking ass saying that shit. It was other black folks saying that shit. When I got fired from fucking Walmart, who let me go? A black woman. And guess who got me fired? Black people called in and got me fired. And y'all gonna sit right here in my motherfucking face and play with me and say that white man is your enemy. No, the fuck he's not. You're my enemy because you're not my kinfolk, you're my skin folk. But you got some trauma in you that caused you to hate people that look like you. And that's what the fuck is going on, baby. No, ma'am. Colorado and got me fired, bitch. And I was getting promoted too. They taught me everything. I learned the registers. I learned inventory. I learned how to do the door thing. Girl, there was like five different positions at Walmart. Going into GM, general merchandise, and groceries, honey. They taught me everything. I worked every department for 45 days. And then the manager said, I'm ready to, push you on up to CSM. Y'all look into that, honey. CSM, bitch. And I was only 18 years old. Hello? I was only 18 years old, bitch. And they couldn't see it for me. You had a bitch named Chandrika Chanel, whatever the fuck her name was, girl. She had gold teeth in her mouth. She wasn't from the South, though, girl. She was from California, LA to be exact. Shout out to Watts. Okay, she was from Watts, ghetto ass girl, had gold all in her mouth and shit. And she had like, oh, I'm going there. And I was like, damn, where you from? Because my stepdad and I got family in the South. And girl, you don't sound like you're from Mississippi or Alabama or Louisiana, none of that, girl. Where you from? And she like, California. And I'm like, oh, what part, girl? You must be from Oakland. Because Oakland people, they also have the southern accent too, because they come from the South too. And she's like, I'm from Watts. And I said, okay. But mama got jealous, girl, because anyway, I won't even go into that, honey. She had a crush on a guy, and I always get this every time, y'all. I kid you not. I get this every time. She had a crush on a guy. Every time I meet a girl and they're like, "Yeah, I have a crush on my coworker," I get a flashback. She had a crush on this guy, and she got mad because this guy would talk to me. And Mama knew, that it's all get up, bitch. I was, feminine, soft. And beautiful, girl. I had the softest skin. I looked good, girl. People would say it all the time. Oh, your skin is so beautiful. Anyway, girl, this is before I transition physically. Bitch, when I tell you that this man was like talking to me a lot, it ain't even dawn on me that this man was wanting me or any of that. It was just like, okay, his name was Christian. I guess she got so upset, so she was like snitching on me, y'all. Yeah, the motherfucker came in 3 minutes late. The motherfucker came in a minute late. And so Walmart didn't play that, y'all. They called that stealing company's time. So of course the manager started watching. And they're like, damn, you a minute late all the time. Are you 3 minutes late? And I said, first of all, bitch, you gotta clock in way in the back of the building. Second of all, when we go to lunch, we got a 30 fucking minute lunch. So what? I'm gonna eat lunch in the break room only? I mean, honey, I'm going out to get me something to eat, girl. I'm going to the gas just to get me some chip, whatever. So, girl, she did that. They started watching me. And then all of a sudden, I remember I was in that checkout, y'all, and I used to scan shit so quickly because at that time you had to scan like I think 5 items in so many seconds. So I remember I kept that in mind, girl. And when you end the night, you will print out your little time, your tilt, and then you'll bring the register with you, and they'll count all the money. And they'll say, oh, "Okay, you're scanning fast, you're scanning slow, whatever." If you scan too slow, they put you in inventory. If you scanned good, they kept you at the front. Now I don't think Walmart give a fuck. But anyway, bitch, I'm sitting here. I'll never forget this. I had my Spencer's outfit on. I used to shop at Spencer's back then in Hot Topic, honey. I was emo a little bit, honey. So I had on my cargo. I had on my button down t-shirt. I don't remember if it was Chucky or not, honey. And girl, I had a little bit of light makeup on, a little bit of light makeup on, a little bit of mascara on, girl. My hair was down, girl. That time my hair was like, girl, orange and brown. It was beautiful, girl, like a copper color. Bitch, when I tell you that these Christians came through that line, everybody else was saying, hey, hey, ooh, ooh, they were excited. Girl, I'm seeing these black people every time I look up and they just looking at me like they were disgusted. Sister Jenkins and Sister Robertson, girl, she looked like they were disgusted by me, girl, like, ooh, what the fuck is going on up in here? So, girl, they get up there and I said, hello, how are y'all doing? And girl, they didn't say shit. So I'm like, bitch, let me hurry up and scan these bitches. They gotta go. Like, I'm really like, bitch, yeah, let me hurry up and scan these items. When I'm scanning everything, girl, bag the shit, give it to them. The last lady snatched it out my hand. The big old burly one, girl. She was the ooh girl. Mama smelled like Ben Gay too, girl. She snatched that bag from me, and I said, okay, I'm not tripping. That's a part of customer service. I kid you not, y'all. Literally, an hour later, because I think I took a 15-minute break, 10-minute break. Come back. Yeah, we need you in the back office. Go ahead and log off. And then, CSM came over and took care. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Oh shit, what happened? What's going on? And then, the ladies are like, you know, I was a part of hiring you, and we think you're exceptional with your work. This, the little goodbye shit, girl. But she's like, yeah, this is a family orientated company. And if customers are feeling offended by any of our workers and they complain to corporate about it, we have to let them go. Like it's automatic termination. And I said, really? And I was like, so wait, what happened? And I'm thinking in my mind, y'all, about these Christian, because you could tell they just got out of church. It was a Sunday. You could tell like they just got out of church, and that's all I could think about. And I was like, wait a minute. So they were like, and I'm like, well, could you tell me, who and what kind? They were like, yeah, no, we can't do that, blah 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 blah. But I'm sure you understand, you are rehireable after 90 days. And so y'all just remember walking out that office and I just said, oh my God, Sister Jenkins and Sister Robertson, who are so called Christians and believe in the Lord, got me motherfucking fired. And thank you, God, for me connecting with people too. Because I think I got fired from Walmart. And not even 3 days later, I was hired somewhere else. Girl, I kept the job, girl. Oh, I kept a job, bitch. Hello. So, anyway, I just said, wow. So it was those motherfuckers in there. So I asked people, and they were like, well, I had the similar situation, but it was actually, anyway. So, like I said, girl, yeah, it's your own people that get you together, honey. Okay. Ain't no white person calling no CPS on a black woman to get her kids taken away. Ain't girl, when you see videos of black people fighting, the black man is threatening he's gonna turn people in, the black girls, I'm gonna call the parole officer on you and tell him that you broke parole. Like girl, like agitating this man and make this man hit you, and then you call the popos on him to go to jail. Like what? Like what's going on? Not providing for the child to make this mother to go to steal for her children, knowing that this is a single mother, and you're like, yeah, I don't got no money for you. And I'll be thinking, that be the real fucked up part about it too. You know you had a baby with this woman. You need to make sure you keep a motherfucking job because they always fucking hiring a fucking man. Okay, get out that fucking little boy shit. They always hiring a fucking man, bitch. There's jobs I apply for. They say, yeah, unfortunately, we're looking for a man, bitch. Oh, girl. So I'm like, girl, they always hiring men. And then you're like, I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna get a job so I don't have to pay child support. So now the single black mother goes into Kroger's and she steals some bologna and some cheese for her children. And you're okay with that. You're not roughless, you're not tossing and turning. You're like, I don't give a fuck because she could have got a job because she's a part of the kid's life too. And she's the child mother. And that's the shit I be talking about. Like, girl, like I really want to know how many black people have babies with other races and have the same issue they have with black men. Like it'll be interesting to know that. It'll be very interesting. It'll be interesting to know how many black women fight with other women outside their race as they do with black women. Because I see that all the time in the spiritual community, non-spiritual community. You see black people fight with black people, and I'm just like, what's really going on here? Like, what's really going on here? Yeah, I gotta go, honey. I'm craving that Chinese food. I didn't realize it's an hour and 40 minutes right now, girl. I'm craving that Chinese food, honey. Rest was just envy, like, why are you so pressed? Right, why? Hi, everybody. I really like the Midnight Mandalorian you made, Mystic. Thank you so much, Queen of the Plants. Yes, honey. Long time no see, honey. Yes, honey. We're gonna get in on another one in a couple of days. Hey, Zayna, Zayla, Tina, Didi, Didi, Queen of Planners. Yeah. I was sound like that guy that they said that he can rap 1,000 words in a minute. He was like, whatever, and they're like, honey, nothing what he said was even understandable, honey. He was fucking hold go down, girl, the auctioneer shit, girl. They, what they call that short talking. He don't say 100. He say honey, honey, two, two, three, four, five, six, seven, he not even counting, bitch. We say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He that on, two, three, on, no, no, no. He running the shit together, girl, like shorthand writing. Y'all be think y'all be cute with that shit too, bitch. He can't rap that fast, and everything that be so cute. Like, bitch, let him rap that many words that quickly, and let us understand what he's saying. Like Twista. Twista rap quickly, and we understood exactly what the fuck Twista said. All these other people, they be like, "Haunted old," and he did, she did. What they say, they said, what's his name? Slim Shady could also rap quickly too. And I'm just like, I don't know. I heard the fast, lyrics that he was so called rapping, and it sounded jumble mumble for me too. It gave me Roger Rabbit, Bunny Rabbit type of shit. Bugs Bunny. Yeah, honey. I need you to say that shit clear. Okay, hello? Hello, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, long time no see. I know that's right. The T girls that desperately chase after guys are embarrassing. I'm sorry. Listen, listen, Queen of Plants. I be trying to be patient. Like I really listen. I be trying to be patient with these girls, and that's how I be thinking too. Like I think that the girls who just started in their transition, like maybe they transitioned, but they've been with only one man. They're not experienced with men. Like I be trying to be patient with them because I'm close with one. But I just be like, damn, sis, like, do you not know that men, like, let men see you and let them approach you and give you what they need to give you. Like that turns a man off when he's looking and you're being so thirsty and daddy, oh yeah, bending over and shit. Like that turns a man off. So it's like I learned or I taught myself that, yeah, honey, men are going to go after what they like regardless. If the man wants you, he can see you, especially if you're tall. Like you're 5'2", I'm like, skinny, petite, and small. Okay. But if you're a tall girl, you got no problem getting a man attention. If you're a big girl, you got no issue getting a man attention. If you're exotic in any way, you got no problem of getting that man's attention. So it's like, if he's not looking, he don't want to see. And I told you, I've seen men looking at a girl. Men are looking at something like this, and their eyes are looking here. I see that all the time. Bitch, like what? Or they're talking about money and yeah, how you doing? And they get done and they say, hey, I was watching you back there, young lady. And it's like, damn, bitch, I didn't know you were paying attention. I saw you a few times, but you not once looked at me. Oh, bitch, they're paying attention. Yeah, bitch, don't think a man ain't paying attention, but he paying attention. And like I said, if he wanted it, he would have got it. So it's like, yeah, that whole thirstiness, and especially when it comes to the T girls, and even like I said, the girl, the NATO girls, like, yeah, so she's looking a little dry and thirsty, and this is why this man ain't wanting to lock it down. Like, be yourself, act like you're that girl, and just be like, yeah, no disrespect, whatever, and bitch, call it a day. But bitch, that whole, ooh, yeah, I'm looking, ooh, he hot. Let me see him. Let me see what he look like. Ooh, he got a bulge in him. Ooh, God, what's going? Like, yeah, baby, that's the male energy in you, honey. That's the masculine T taking over. That's not feminine energy, honey. The vajayjay, like Auntie O says. I know that's right, vajayjay. Ow. Hey, plant girl. I've been good. Yes, honey. How about yourself? Yes, honey. Ow. K is healing better and better each second. I know that's right. You got to say positive affirmations, honey. K is healing better and better each second. I know that's right, honey. Mm-mm-mm. I went to a tea house today and I saw two affirmations written on the wall. It says that people who are comfortable with self have no reason to make others uncomfortable. And it had a little line that says something else. And then the other one, what did the other one say? It blew my mind. It was like, damn, like this place is really about uplifting and changing. And then I also had a big old thing on the wall. I should have taken a picture of it, where it said, this is a safe place for women, children, and the well, girl, they had LGBTQARPL. Girl, I said, girl, I've never seen that, girl. It was like LGBTA plus, no, LGBTAQS plus. I was like, girl, okay, they're trying it, girl. Anyway, and I was just like, okay, elevation. Come on in here. Heaven, that's what heaven is like. Bitch, a rejuvenating of spirit. Oh, come on in here. An enlightening of spirit. Oh, come on in here. A walk with spirit. Oh, come on in here. A gateway to spirit. Oh, yes, honey. Yes, honey. Enjoying the fruits of your motherfucking labor, bitch. That's what heaven looks like. Ow. Yes, honey. Y'all hear what's going on in the background? Y'all hear that? The children are playing, girl. The children are playing right now. The children. No, tell me why the fuck this black boy from New York, I think, tweeted, black people from California are weird, like, go the fuck away. And it's like, black people from California are weird because of what? Why are we so weird? Why are we so weird? Show me something that makes you show me three videos that make you think that black people from California are weird. Because I can show you three videos that make you think that black people from New York are weird. Hello, ow. I'm not saying, but I am saying. Let's talk about it for a minute. Ow. Messy ass. He's so messy. Oh, yes. Come on here, Debbie, Debbie, Debbie. Yes, honey. Debbie B and Ivory. Debbie, Evie, and Ivory. Your own race will attack you with racism. That's what I'm saying. And I think everybody experiences it from their own race. That's what I said. Why are people trying to convince us with a storyline that is people outside of self? Like, think about it right now. Like, girl, going into, the welfare system was designed to break up the black home. And I'm like, okay, that could be true to a degree, but they were not offering black people jobs back in the day. Like, from what I know, a lot of black people have been employed since the dawn of day. They never been not employed. So it's like, honey, um uh um yeah, the welfare system was designed to break up the black home. But then it's like, but there's black people who are happily married because the welfare system was knocking on your door. Like, the government didn't knock on your door and say, "Hey, we want to take y'all away, separate y'all, and we need you, black queen, to get on welfare." They didn't say that. What happened is that, baby, you had some type of trauma, and you decided to get impregnated by a man who was a nobody. Okay. And you decided to have a children by this motherfucker. And so the motherfucker couldn't get a job to keep up with the recession or whatever else was going on at that time. And unfortunately, he couldn't provide. So y'all had to resort to welfare, but they were not intentionally keeping you unemployed. And that's something too I want to speak on too. If I'm not happy or secure, because like I said, we've been traveling this country, okay, within America for what, 200, 300 years? Okay. If I'm in California and the rent is so high here that I cannot survive, if the food is so high that I cannot eat, if the water is so high I cannot bathe, and I have to resort to living on the street, at that moment, I'm going to say, bitch, let me go somewhere that is cheaper. This is where we have people that relocate, right? Certain places say the Irish immigrant was here, the Jewish immigrants are here. This is where we have people relocating, Asians relocating to Lowell, Massachusetts, whatever. This is where we have people relocating to certain parts of the world and establishing or settling. They call them the settlers. So it's like, I don't understand how people would sit here and be like, yeah, we can't raise our kids over here. So we have to resort to getting government assistance because we wanted to stay here. And I'm just like, that's more of lacking knowledge on something. That's not a system put in place to destroy you because they didn't force you to take it. Like, you took it upon yourself to get the assistance. Once again, and not thinking twice about, oh, listen, let me stop while we're ahead. Let's figure out our life first before we do. And we're talking about everybody. We're not talking about, black people. We're talking about everybody because I'm sure Hispanic people had welfare during that time. Asian people had welfare to that time. But once again, people speaking on that. And I'm just like, honey, like, we have to take responsibility and accountability for ourselves. Like, I know if I cannot take care of myself, I'm not having no kids. I know, even as a pet owner, fur baby, mother, if I can take care of myself financially, I'm not about to go adopt some damn dogs and take some dogs in so they can struggle with me. We outside in the fucking 110-degree weather in a fucking tent. Like, girl, that's not smart. There's something not right there. So it's like, honey, stop trying to convince us on this fake ass voodoo shit, voodoo spell. I'm not saying voodoo is not real. I'm saying with this some type of voodoo spell that goes on in America with black people think that they're lesser than everybody else. I just don't know what that is. I know it's trauma, but I think it's magic. I really think that somebody hexed black people as a whole, and that's why I think that the ancestor magic start coming back to black people as a whole. But people were still in their trauma; they were not ready for those downloads, and so while they're getting their so-called spiritual downloads, they still bringing up their trauma. Like, the white man doesn't like me. The white woman thinks she better than me. The black, and it's just like, girl. So the Renaissance era in Harlem was not black people that got successful on their own. Going into Oklahoma, look, those black people that own businesses out there, that was not black people getting out on their own. I mean, we could talk about it. Going into LA, there's an area in LA where there's wealthy black people, black doctors, lawyers, teachers, and scholars and stuff. So they didn't get that on their own. Like they were sitting here and saying, "Oh my God, I'm never gonna get it from the white men because I'm black." And it, like, honey, you are your own worst enemy, and that apply with people that look like you. Straight people are not the obstacles from gay people getting things done. It's other gay people. That's why I keep saying I will never hold straight people accountable because they don't know the walk. And when I say straight, I mean heterosexual, cisgendered people because I identify as a straight woman as well. But either way, I will never hold them accountable for their expectations and or sexist, racism, homophobic statements because it's the gays who support them still. It's the flaming rose who are like, hey, I understand where you're coming from. Like, yeah, honey. So, like I said, I can never hold that against them because it's people who look like me that allow them to be comfortable in that. It's the yesums that allow them to be in that. It's like, well, she wasn't talking about me, so I'm good. I can't stand black people. It's the same as somebody making then they're like, well, she not talking about me because I don't identify as black. I identify as Native American. And it's like, okay, baby, but you still look like who? The people she's talking about. So, like I said, this is why I'm not against any of that because everybody have their viewpoints from their experiences. And like I said, while we're upset about the other people, we should be upset about the people that look like us. Once again, people that are calling CPS, some people, it's not white people calling CPS on y'all, it's the other black people. It's not white people that are coming in the black community and taking y'all mans from you. It might be your black sister, your black neighbor, your black boss, a girl who want to taste you on her. Like I said, girl, it is what it is. It is what it is. I said what the fuck I said. Okay, hello. Yes, honey. Bella and my baby linking up. He's all in my face like I owe him something. Right. That's what Bella was doing, honey. I don't, girl. She's giving me a timer, girl. She said, bitch, you gotta go. She gotta, listen, can you, Bella, okay, okay. Bella, can you, can you leave me alone? Okay. Hey, bitch, 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 did you ever, bitch, did you ever fucking bite your mama finger like that? Oh. Don't you ever bite your mama fucking finger like that? Bitch, you don't lost your damn mind. Go over there and play with dogs. You a dog, stay in the dog place. Go over there and play with baby. Leave me alone. Don't you ever pull on my finger like that, bitch. Don't you ever pull on my fucking finger like that, bitch? She done lost her damn mind. Yeah, she done lost her damn mind. She pulling on my damn finger. But look. Listen, your ass, bitch. Don't whoop your motherfucking ass, bitch. You don't go fuck about that. Bitch, I don't go fuck about that, bitch. Leave me a fuck alone, bitch. I don't go fuck about that, bitch. She heard me say I'm about to cook me some Chinese food, y'all. This is what she's bugging me about. And see, I don't teach Bella none of this. Yeah, this what she bugged me about that damn Chinese food, y'all. Look. See, she bugged me about that Chinese food. See, look. Yeah. Look. How does she know about Chinese food? She bugged me about that damn Chinese food. Not one time did I say when I came into my house that I'm gonna make Chinese food for her. But she warned about that. She's saying, "Bitch, you say you're gonna make this Chinese food." That's why I said I don't know how people can do things around their animals. Like, girl, ain't no doing nothing around your animals because they know shit. They know shit. This bitch know about Chinese food. She saw me go in that freezer when I came home. She saw me take that Chinese food bag out the freezer, put it on the counter, then put it back, and she's like, "Ooh, what's she gonna make me?" And then I said, "Oh, bitch, let me go do YouTube." And so now she's sitting here like, "Bitch, I'm waiting for that chicken to be cooked. I need that orange chicken and that Chinese fried rice." Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. You need to go. You need to go eat that popcorn, pumpkin jerky over there, bitch. Don't worry about the Chinese food, honey. You ain't getting not one bit of that shit, girl. She lost her damn mind. Mystic, I was emo too. I know that's right, honey. Way back in the day, I know that's right. Ow. They said pretty intolerant for Christians. I know that's right. They sound pretty, pretty intolerant. They're very intolerant. Which, literally, Debbie, you're so right. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Wow. Yes, honey. Tina, yes, honey. The bishop in New York who got robbed on live stream and came to find out he is an ex felon and a scammer. That's a fool. I think I saw a quick clip of that and I was like, something ain't looking right. On live stream, people went in here and they robbed him for his jewelry. And I know people do that anyway because people be setting people. That's why I say I don't be trusting people, girl. No, thank you. I don't be trusting nair hoe, nair bastard, honey. You gotta have it, or bitch, you don't got it, bitch. No, thank you. Mm-mm. They tripping mercy. I know that's right, honey. The whole church going to fall on that. I know that's right. Yes, I know that's right. Speaking in tongues. They're visual creatures. I know that's right. How they are. Men who rubbernecking. I know that's right. There you go. LGBTQI, whatever. Yeah. Is that real? Is that real though? And we have to really ask ourselves that, my other LGBT people. Let's be real here. I'm not saying, but I am saying. Let's be real here. You know, when did QIA, come into the picture? And who identified as QIA um in the 90s? Who identified as QIA in the 80s and the 70s and the 60s? Better yet, tell me what medical code are they using for the Q and the I and the A? And when I say medical code, the CPT book. Anybody know about the CPT book? You can Google that. Medical coding and billing book. Let me know what code they have for the QIA. Because I'm just like, girl, you going to fall under four category: gay, which is a male who identify as a male, regardless if he choose to identify as a woman. Sometimes a male who identify as a male, for the most part, who's comfortable looking like a man, acting like a man, having a male ID, and using his penis, liking other people who are the same way. That's gay. Lesbian is a woman who identify as a woman who was born natally a woman with a vagina, regardless if she sometimes want to dress up as a man, look like a man, doesn't matter. We call those butches and stuff. And by the way, that's beautiful. That's gorgeous. Those are, that would be the lesbian. So regardless of where you fall, you would still be under the lesbian category. Whether you want to fully, if you're comfortable with your female genitalia, female part, and you like other people with the same genitalia, you're lesbian, regardless of what you decide to do after that. Same thing with gay. If you're comfortable with your male parts and your male identity, and you have no problem with the beard and the mustache, maybe you're under the gay category. Going into bi, now this is a little confusing for a lot of us, a little bit like, okay, this is the gateway to all things, and all things will come from this gateway, because bisexual are saying that they identify as whatever, male, female, but they're attracted to both genders, right? And then of course now they're calling it asexuals and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I believe that a little more. Or people that are not, they're attracted to you based on intelligence, not gender. Okay, that's fine. So we'll say bisexual for that matter. It's people who are born one gender who likes people of all genders. And then the last one would be transgender. Now there are subcategories to transgender, and this is where I think the confusion coming out. There's subcategories to transgender. Transgender means that you're blurring the lines between genders. We're going to say this again. Transgender means you're blurring the lines between genders. And then under transgender, you have cross dressers. And being a transgender means that you're gay. Once again, you could be a transgender. You could be into the opposite sex. You could be into the same sex. You could be into other transgender people. Going into cross dressing, these are straight people who identify as males still, but who enjoy putting on women's clothing. That's what makes them trans, right? Transvestite. Okay. Going into transsexual, baby, your sex was anatomically male or female, but you feel not connected to that. You don't feel comfortable with that. Maybe a little bit, but we're saying overall, you're not comfortable with that. You're like, I don't like this. So now you go into changing that, whether it's through hormonal therapy, whether it's through surgeries. And we're talking about irreversible surgeries. That makes you a transsexual. transsexual. And typically, people who are transsexual identifying, you have non op, post op, and pre op, these people have always showed these characteristics. So they never said, I was a boy, I was a man. They were never comfortable being a boy or a man. They did not play sports, they did not do none of that. They probably played the role like they were a man for whatever reason, but you're never going to see them, with tattoos and buff and yo, drinking and smoking. No, honey. Like I said, that goes to transvestism. Anyway, I'm going to say UG on research on that. Once again, like I said, with transsexualism, you have pre-op, post-op, non-op. Non-op means they never plan on getting surgeries. Okay. And this is where I got a little confused at too, because going into me, I always identify as a pre-op, but people will say, yeah, non-op means you don't plan on getting any surgeries. But I'm like, I feel like non-op, and I told people this back in 2008. I swear to y'all, right hand up. I said I feel like the non-op category is going to open the door for other things because there's always something sneaky behind something when it comes to politics. It's always so. It's like that non-op stuff is going to open the door. I'm going to choose to be pre-op, right? Whether I decide to do the surgery or not, ultimately, I'm still going to say pre-op because I do take the hormones. I am doing the surgical procedures and I am living that role. My ID and stuff has changed over, right? And so the non-op is basically saying no surgical procedures. But I'm like, yeah, but I feel like now that's going to tell people that you don't have to take hormones to feel like a woman. You don't have to get your name changed. You don't have to get your gender mark changed just to identify as being trans. And like I said, that's something that came later down the line. I want to say the 80s or the 90s. So fast forwarding, those are the two categories within the transgender statement. And then I want to say, I told y'all 2010, 2011, I met a person who was a gay man at the time who loved trans women. I don't need to say no names, but this person loved trans women. And I didn't know. I actually befriended this person, and this person would be, cute and stuff. Oh my God, you're so sexy. But I'm thinking, okay, this is just a gay boy. He's a man. And men like what they see, and they're gonna say they like it, whether it's a gay, a man, a straight, a woman. There's gay men that will tell a woman that she's beautiful, gorgeous, and hot. Men are very visual and they like what they like. So it's like, okay. But then somebody was like, no, honey, he actually likes transgender. So I was like, maybe he wants to be one. Sure enough, not even a year later, daddy was putting on wigs, putting on makeup, getting dressed up. Did not do the hormones and shit, but getting dressed up, calling himself a female's name. And so I was like, so this is why he was into the trans because he wanted to be a trans. Right. And that happens a lot. That's why I said, yeah, honey. When they say straight identifying, they're into straight identifying because, like I said, 9 out of 10 men who are into trans women want to be a trans woman. Okay. Going into the whole trans thing, like I'm a trans woman, I'm into trans man because we both understand each other. That goes in the same aspect of that. A transsexual or a person being into transsexual because they want to be one. So, like I said, that whole trans woman dating a trans man that makes them comfortable in that decision. Okay. Once again, not judging, I'm just educating you on what I know from my perspective and going into my experience and going to my spiritual experience. Okay. Something happened, like I said, when people started saying, you know, I'm embarrassed because I'm a boy and I want to put on makeup, but I don't want people to judge me. So people were like, no, it's okay. That's perfectly fine. No, it's okay. And then they were like, well, we got to think of something because we don't want to call these people, crazy. And then that's when I think the DID start coming out where people were like, I'm a woman. And I kid you not, y'all could do your research on this when they started talking about DID, it was in Europe first, and it went into Canada, then it came to America, where you had men and women saying that they have spirits in them. Like a woman sitting here, beautiful, and she got Zach. And she's sitting there with her legs crossed or legs spread open. And she's like, oh, what's up? My name is Zach. And then Zach leave, now Cody's here. And then Cody leave, now Sophia come. Now Sophia leave, now Israel. So like I said, they had this. And then they had a man, same thing. This man was a physical man. He was dressed like a man, tattoos, everything was masculine. Then all of a sudden, his energy changes to more submissive. And they're like, what is your name? And he's like, Amy. And well, Amy, you don't look that much like a Amy. And she's like, yeah, or he's like, yes, don't you see it? And then, like I said, that's when you started seeing once again more gay boys identifying as gay boys dressing up with makeup on, getting a full face of makeup. And at that time, they were shaving off the beard and stuff. Okay. And then you start seeing once again the mix and matching. And I would say that's like 2014. And there was one person in particular, I'm not going to say their name, but I saw them on YouTube. There was actually two. One lived in Vegas, one lived in Georgia. They were really, really popular. So they had like a million viewers. Stuff. And they're both people of color too, two both black. Both of them were black, but they would put on the makeup with the beard on and get their nails done. And people would be like, oh, this is weird as fuck, whatever. But they were doing it. And then they were coming out saying, this is so hard to be this. Yes, I'm still a gay boy, but I love makeup because it allows me to express my creativity, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm looking at this like, hmm, this is opening up a can of some worms. Is this non-op part of transgenderism? Like that's what I'm thinking to myself in my inner dialogue with people within my circle that I talk to. And I'm like, is this the non-op part? And they're like, no, honey, these are just gay boys that like to play makeup. But I'm like, but non-op means no surgery, no surgery, no hormones. You just want to dress as a woman. So I was like, I think this would be the non-op. Girl, after that, then you start seeing more of it. Then you saw the Patrick Stars, and you saw the James Charles, and then you saw this and you saw that, and then it was like, okay, and even going into like the bar scene, you had people that would do it for fun, but you never had people doing it in real life, like showing up to work doing this. Like it was a very small percentage. Like I think there was one guy from LA who worked at the Lakewood Mall. I told y'all the story. Um, who was that way, but he didn't have a beard and a mustache. He shaved off his stuff altogether. He would have on makeup, wigs, and he would dress in very tight, skimpy clothes. No breasts or anything, but you would still be like, okay, this is a person who's ready for his transition. That's what you would think. But like I said, when the James Charles and the I was gonna say RuPaul, James Charles and the Patrick Stars and these people started becoming famous and start pushing certain things. Now you had, and I always tell people, we've always had drag queens, and that's a very beautiful, artistic, creative, expressive thing. This is totally different from what I'm saying right now. Someone who knows that they are a man, who identifies as a man, who has no problem of doing that, but occasionally he wants to express his feminine side and he loves entertaining people with that. Like I said, there's nothing beautiful with that. That's not a mental illness. That's great because even throughout history, going into the stories of the sailors and stuff, you had straight heterosexual sailor men dressing up in women's clothes to entertain their fellow mates because there was no woman on the ships with them. You could do your research on that, honey. See for yourself. So you had a lot of military men, sailors, and particularly cross-dressing, right, for entertainment purposes. So then, like I said, that's totally different. But then, like I said, you started seeing these younger people, 19-year-old, pushing the agenda, the first male to get a female contract. And then you got all these little boys curious, right? Because they're already curious, 14 to 18, curious about it. And now it's, I like him and I want to date him. And now this guy is becoming a pedophile allegedly and trying to turn these little boys out. But in reality, it was one or two things. That switcher are either going to turn on people who was not this way, but say, you know what, I think I want to try it. Because people say I look like my mom, I look like my sister. Or people that said, I'm not into that, but now I know that people like me could do that. Now I'm a little curious about what it's like to be with someone like that. So that opened up those can of worms. And then, like I said, when that started opening up that little can of worm, and I said, y'all look up your own storyline if you want to, that's when you went on Pornhub and XTube, and I've been on those sites for a very long time. Like I said, in 2013, when I first started getting into the cam stuff heavily, they promoted me on those websites. Of course, I went on those sites to see my own promotion, but bitch, why not? I'm being promoted on shit like that, bitch. What? Yeah, I'm gonna go on my shit and see my shit. So, bitch, I was seeing just regular shit. Like occasionally, you would type in, you know, um, female with a guy, or whatever, or what they call it, F and M. Or no, male to F, and not saying male to female in transition, but it'd be two men and one female, or it was like F2, M2, F1. Anyway, you would see occasionally some of the transgenders on there, but you wouldn't see it right away. Like you would see the male to female transgenders, like the trans woman, and you're like, oh, okay. But then, like I said, when 2017 came about, and people are really exposing some shit with people, you went on to Pornhub and X2 because you never saw this before this, y'all, and this shit's been around for a long time, like at least 12 years prior to this. All of a sudden, you started seeing uh, two BBCs take on a white boy, and you're seeing this person who looked like white boy, but it's a trans man getting done. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I think that's when Facebook announced the multiple gender thing, and they were really trying to push it. You had these older trans women speaking for the trans community, you can clearly see their after shadow. And yeah, my name was Bob, but now I'm Patricia, and I have 7 kids, and I was in the military, and I'm a veteran, and now I got grandchildren. I want them to see their grandpa as grandma, that type of shit. Then when you start seeing that, it was like, oh, they're about to let shit let loose. And then when that started getting pushed, then you start having these older men saying, I'm into little girls. I want to marry them. So, like I said, that just opened up a lot of shit. Once again, LGBT was used for a lot of years: 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010. When 2017 came along, like I said, when they started talking about DID, dissociative disorder, and Britney, who was considered a gay icon, and I want to talk about how magic worked, and I'm going to be done for real. Britney, who is a gay icon, had an episode where she had a split disorder. And people started saying, Britney has DID. There's multiple personalities in there. That's when all of a sudden these gay people started saying, I'm non binary. Don't call me a gay boy. Don't call me a man. I'm non binary. Even though the ID says male, even though they clearly have a beard like a male, clearly they're dressing like a male, don't call me that. I'm non binary. So it was like a series of events, once again, going into this and people getting exposed, like that did something to the brain. And I kept telling y'all, even fast forwarding, going into the Neptune planet called the hippocampus, after all that shit started coming out, once again, they said there's no cure for DID, allegedly. If there's no cure for DID, then there's no cure for anything, because everything deals with some type of unresolved trauma, whether it's present or past. Okay. And we're talking about lives. So even going into, I think someone mentioned a spiritual advisor was talking about transgender people or people that are stuck. They have past life traumas coming up. I believe that. I believe that people that are the real ones, the small percentage, one in every 40,000, I believe that we do have something from our past life that come up, and we're like, listen, we were not ready to be fully in this life as this being, right? That's why we don't feel connected with the masculine or feminine energy. If you are a female to male or male to female, transgender, real one, transsexual, you don't, I'm not ready to identify as that right now, whatever. But you still managed to cope with that level of understanding. So that's where we go into the healthy, non gender dysphoric. When it gets into trauma induced gender dysphoria, because we talked about this before, and I would say this again, I will stand on what I believe. When we talk about drama induced, because you have drama induced schizophrenia too, you have trauma induced mental illness of all sorts. You can look it up. Bipolar. You even have drug induced schizophrenia. You even have drug induced bipolar and all this other good shit, right? So either way, when trauma got unresolved, and like I said, you do your research on schizophrenia and all the good shit. When trauma was not resolved, or when we have trauma, let me stick on that. Trauma induced gender dysphoria, that's where you have the half in, half out. So I'm not fully comfortable with being a man, but I'm also not fully comfortable being a woman. I'll just sit here and be this being. And it's like, but yeah, and you can't make me decide if I want to be a man or a woman. You can't make that decision for me. But it's like, okay, well, like what happened? What was your life like as a kid? And I say that because I look at the people like Jeffree Star. Like, tell us your story as a kid. Tell us what happened when you were growing up. Because, like, me being a trans person, like, I could tell you my childhood, and this is not trauma induced. I can tell you what I did and how I interacted from the utero. Okay, even before I was even conceived, a auntie who was tapped in. Okay, told my mom who was coming and what was coming before I was even conceived. Before my mom and dad even bumped to create me. Okay, so like I said, it was already there. And I did not know the story until I became of age too, by the way. My mom didn't grow up telling me the story. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna be this thing. Yeah, honey. So it's like when you have this trauma induced, like I said, what happened to you between the ages of 3 and 7? Like, did you have any older sisters? Were you the only boy? Were you the mama boy? Were you, like I said, were you the youngest? Because they have cultures that will purposely turn the youngest boy into an effeminate boy. So it's like, were you the youngest or were you the oldest? What type of trauma did you experience? Did you hear your mom and dad say, I want to try for a girl? Like, what was going on in your life between the ages of 3 and 7? Because if you do your research on DID or schizophrenia, once again, we'll always keep it on DID, defragmented personalities, you create identities to protect yourself. So maybe you were abused, maybe you were molested, maybe you were disrespected, maybe you were, once again, when I say disrespected, forced to be something that you were not or what you weren't ready to take on. So now, once again, these identities you created to protect yourself. So now, once again, that's induced, trauma induced gender dysphoria. And going into my story, like I said, that was not my issue. Parents are not abusive. There was no trauma put on me. But a lot of people that I know that are claiming to be transgender, um, passable, pretty, it doesn't matter. A lot of their stories were molested stories. A lot of their stories were abusive stories. A lot of their stories were, my mom and dad treated me like the youngest, whatever. So it's kind of like there's a pattern with that. And we're not trying to resolve our trauma. So we're not trying to resolve our trauma. Now we put a band-aid on it and we become comfortable with it. So now it's I don't have to pick if I want to be a man or a woman. I'm non-binary. And you're going to respect that. I don't have to pick and choose on whether I'm this and that. Like, yeah, once again, DID. So you feeling like the man when the male side of you or whatever name you go by, Cody, Dakota, Marina, whatever, whatever, that comes out of you. And then when that side is getting hurt, now it does a flip thing. And I think there's somebody I saw on live. This just came up right now on Facebook a couple of weeks ago where this guy was having a real bad breakdown. And he's a makeup artist. He was having a real bad breakdown. And I'm just like, what happened? Like somebody died, a dog died. And this guy was just like crying and laughing at the same time and wiping up the tears and y'all, this is gonna be a good day. And he boom, 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 boom. And while he doing this, he's crying. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a breakdown of personality. It's like from what I learned, this is MK Ultra breakdown of personalities. And literally, I'm thinking that maybe the boy broke it with him because he had two names up there, right? And they're both for male names, by the way. Or at least give me male. I don't know. But then another video came up and he had on makeup and he had his nails done and he was being so rude to everybody. Fuck you, bitch. Get the fuck out my chat room. Yeah, bitch. This is blank. This is blank. And when blank, you know blank don't give a fuck about you, bitch. And I'm gonna turn the music up on you right now. And like just going crazy, y'all. And I was like, this is fucking DID. This is dissociative. This is some weird shit right here. And then like I said, you look at the videos and you can see, okay, this is one personality. So this is the name that he gave. So this was probably his real self. Soft, loving, hey everybody, I love you. Let's hug each other, bam. And then this alter ego, which he created to protect the sensitive self. Now it's the makeup, it's the drag, the long nails and fuck you hoes and come and eat my ass and you run up on me, I'm popping y'all in your face. It was crazy, bitch. Like I was like, is this person on drugs? Like it was hard to watch, but it was like, damn. So this is what this non-binary stuff is. This is what this non binary stuff is. And that's why I keep saying we don't need validation in our experience. When you are really who you say you are, you don't need people to see you for what you is, bitch. You see it for what it is. Your family see it for those who love and support you. And that's all that matters. You don't need to come out and be like, yeah, bitch, yeah, but I need you to. But like I said, I don't give a fuck you identify me as male, female or not. My ID says female. So, bitch, you ever ask me for my motherfucking ID? Okay. ID and legal documents, bitch, you're gonna see that motherfucking name and you're gonna see the motherfucking S mark on the fucking ID. So, like I said, bitch, I don't give a fuck what you think I should be identified as, bitch. This is what you're gonna identify me as. But I'm also not gonna try to fight you to prove a point to you. Like, you could be in your stupidity all day long. So, it's like with the non binary stuff, you're trying to prove a point to people and you're gonna say shit like, I can teach a woman how to be a woman, but it's like, how are you going to teach a woman how to be a woman if you can't teach a man how to be a man? And that's what you were anatomically born. So I need that to make sense. I need you to make it make sense for me. Like, how is that even possible? But once again, it's not, because this whole experience is a figment of your own imagination. And it's not a collective thing neither, because you don't have, 1 in 3 men are non-binary. You don't have 1 in 30 men are non-binary. 1 in 20 women are binary, but non-binary. You literally have people that literally are part of the LGBT community. You can clearly see this is a woman who is into other women, or this is a man who's into other men. Because, like I said, I've never seen a non-binary who was born a man, who acts like a man, who's into only women, but maybe sometimes like he might have that female side. Yeah, I've never met that. So it's like, yeah, it's always, what's going on. Okay, there, this is a person who possibly was, mellowed, and they were turned out, and this is where it's coming from. This is possibly somebody who was abused, and they needed to create an opposite gender to soften them up or to make them stronger. And like I said, that's from my observation, and seeing the people, and like I said, being within the community. So like I said, that is not including the drag queens. Okay, that's not including the magical gay boys who are like, listen, bitch, I'm still a gay boy. I love makeup. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, that's the whole, like I said, you still in the gay community, bitch. Is what it is. Like I said, the ones who want to put the makeup on, the beard and mustache. But yeah, but yeah, but you just misgender me because I'm non-binary. Like, okay, honey, just what's your name then? I'll call you your name. Like my cousin did to me. He didn't see it. He didn't want to see it. He would just call my name. People would say she and her, and he would just say my name. Taz, Taz, Taz. That was it. But honey, that's all you gotta do. Bitch, what's your name? Yeah, I don't gotta call you them, there, and there. I don't have to say, them. They want some ice cream. I'm just gonna say Paul, Julie, or Jody. Well, whatever name you're giving, that's what I'm gonna go by. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and play these little games, honey. Now, if you are claiming to be non-binary, and you've done spiritual healing, and you've done trauma resolving, and you've been under hypnotherapy, okay, you've healed that, and you're still saying you're non-binary, then I'll say, okay, that could be, yeah. Now then I can say, okay, I believe that could be real. But I'm willing to bet my top dollar that there's no non-binary person out there that are mentally stable and can say they've had no trauma in their life, and if they have, that they've healed from that trauma, and honestly could prove that they have. Like, show proof that you had the work done, that you did the work. Like, show that you did the work. There's nobody. I'm willing to bet my top dollar on that. Willing to bet my top dollar. Oh, queer, intersex, asexual. Oh, for years, intersex categorized himself under transsexual. I myself is intersex legally. Okay, legally, honey. As I would say, I was not a man who decided to become a woman. I'm intersex. Okay. Um, yeah, honey, always been under the T. So now they want to be cute, queer, as I mentioned before, strange and weird. So that's kind of an insult to the LGBT community. So it's okay. We will accept that insult. Okay. Okay. And then asexual. It's kind of like, I thought the LGBT was not based on, um, because, yeah, I thought that LGBT was not based on sexual identity, meaning solely sex, because the asexual saying is solely about sex or lack thereof. Like, I thought that gay means that you're attracted to other males, but you don't have to have sex with them. So that's why I'm like, I'm just a little confused on the Q and the plus and the I and the A's. I'm just a little confused at the intersex. Like I said, I can kind of see that, but that's always been under the T. That's always been under the T, because either way, you have reproductive systems of male or female. Either way, you have a dominant characteristic, and that's why we call ourselves trans. Okay, trans. Okay, my sexuality is above and beyond the stereotypical male and female. That's what that means. Transsexual. Once again, means that your terminology or your identification is above and beyond what a male or female is. So it's like, bitch, yeah, now y'all doing too much. Now Glad is doing too much. Infiltrated by some motherfuckers. They doing too much. That's all I'm gonna say. Does asexual mean that you ain't into any genres? I think asexual mean that you're not really sexually active. Like you like what you like, but you don't have to have sex with them. So that's how I'm like, so wait, y'all getting on the gay people because y'all say that the gay people are too sexual and they're promoting sexual deviation, but then you add age. Oh, girl, yeah. I don't know. God bless the English language. That's all I'm gonna say. God bless the English language. Yes, Debbie. Basically, you don't want anybody, but I hear asexual people still masturbate. So what happened if somebody identified as all that? Like I would technically identify as Tina. So you gonna call me Tia? Like I mean, like, like, girl. I mean, girl. Like, gay is your sexual. What sexual what your preference is as far as gender go, right? Uh, transsexualism deals with your sexual identity, right? Gender identity, meaning how you feel amongst self. So it's like, so what happened if people are all of that? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, what happened if, and like I said, I think I consider myself asexual or demisexual. Okay. So what? So like I said, I'm gonna call myself a TM, a TM'd. Like, why just can I be a person of trans experience that just so happen don't want to fuck a lot of people? Like, why do we have to put a term on it? Like, girl, like you are, you ain't. Like you are a man who likes another man. You are a woman who likes another woman, or you're not a woman that don't like other women, or you're not a man that don't like another man. You are a man who is born a male who don't identify as male, or you are a woman who are born a woman who do not identify as a female, or you are not. Like there's no such thing as around and above. That's where the whole trans come in at. So like I said, I'm just a little confused by all that. And I'm gonna always say LGBT. And that's no disrespect to anybody. I just know the little games that the elites try to play and the bullshit that are afoot, kind of going into Afro America, uh African American, Negro, and color. Like black people took on all these terminologies to where now they're confused themselves. Like it's like like when you put a spell on someone, a hex on somebody. Once again, going into spiritual speaking, you have to allow them to run in their own circle over and over again until they pass out. That's what you have to do. You have to let them run around in circles until they pass out, like you trap the fucking mouse. So it's like, yeah, going into all that other shit, and now we're gonna do LGBTQIA. It's like now you're creating spells for people. Words have power. Now you're creating hexes for people to be locked down a Pandora box, so people could run in circles amongst themselves, defeat themselves, and now, bitch, there's no more. And that's why I tell y'all, that's why it's LGBTQ, not LGBTIQ, because Q says there's no more agreements. Whatever we said was LGBT is no more. So now they're saying there's no such thing as lesbian, gays, bis, and trans no more. That's what they're saying. And like I said, bitch, you're still asleep. You're not going to understand that. If you're awakened, you're going to understand that. Like I said, even going into the whole purpose of people trying to, oh, I'm into penis, but I only want the penis from a gay man. I'm only into vagina, but I only want the vagina from a a lesbian woman or a woman who thinks that she's like, wait, what? Like, bitch, if you like penis, you like penis. And I keep telling you, I'm into penis. I like gay penis. I like straight penis. I like bi penis. Okay, bitch. Hello. I'm into penis. So, bitch, I'm all into penis, but it only got to be on a straight man. I'm all into penis, but it only got to be on a gay man. Like, girl, is it not a penis or it is a penis? What is it? Is it is or that? Now, not into a penis on a trans person because, of course, once again, we could talk about that another time. But I'm not into a penis on a trans person, girl. No tea, no shade. I don't understand other trans experience. I understand my own. Like I said, if it was me, on the other hand, yeah, I would not be into. If I was born a cisgender male and into whatever, I would not be into trans people. I mean, that's just it. Like I said, yeah, it is what it is, girl. There's no tea, no shade to anybody, honey. Like I said, I just know my experience just so happened. I'm of that experience. Okay, that's it. Hello. Okay. Bella, like, come on, mom, we get some Chinese food. I know, honey. She wants to go eat. Listen, let me go. Let me go, honey. It's 2 hours, 30 minutes for now. Oh my God, that's a good plan. I'm doing good. Oh my God, oh my God. Is that basically, yes. Okay, where to write that? Ow, okay. Is that basically you don't want anybody, but I hear, okay, I already clicked that. Uh huh, good. Yes, honey. Ow, good plan. I'm doing good. Yes, animals are like badass children. Right, right. Right. Ooh, I worked at the appetite too, honey. Ooh, my stomach just gargled a little bit, growled a little bit, honey. They see you with any kind of food and they want it immediately. I know that's right. And that's why I try to eat clean and pure. So by giving it to them, they will not have any issues. Okay. At this point, it's going to be the whole alphabet. So I'm like, is this plan is to take out the gay or the straight? I think it's to take out the gay. And I really think it's to usher in pedophilia. And that's I think that people get it twisted and say, yeah, I don't support gay people because I think they're pedophiles. It's kind of like that's not pedophilia. That's more of sexual deviation, but that's not pedophilia. If a man likes another grown ass man, bitch, that's normal. These are two grown adults that love each other. What I do think was going to happen, though, they're going to try to usher in, especially going the rate that we're talking about now, about them overturning, Roe versus Wade, them overturning, they're trying to overturn gay marriage. It's to solidify and to bring in people who are now saying, well, you know what? Y'all gave the gays a chance. Y'all gave the niggas who thought they were women a chance. So why can't you get me? Because I'm a heterosexual man who like a woman, but just happened my woman is only 13 and she could conceive a baby. So why y'all upset about that now? Like I say, pay attention. Mark my word. Mark my word. It's to bring in that shit. Oh, now you can marry your 13-year-old girlfriend because she's of consenting age and mama could have a children. And we need to populate the world again, as Joe Biden said. We need to have more white folks in here by the year 2033. Is that what he said? 2044? Do your research on that. So it's like, yeah, mama, what's really going on here? So there's no business with people having sex who cannot conceive, and the people who could have babies, we need to make them keep their babies because we need strong, healthy people in the future. Oh, girl, bye. The Most High is always watching, honey. Any plan that's not of His will or her will, of they will be destroyed. Mark my word. Abrahamic faith will all fall except for the truest versions of it because that's naturally their culture and heritage, that not some watered down traditions that people barely have connections to. You said it. You said it. Pansexual, allosexual, aromosexual, neutrosis, gender fluids, other kin, demisexual, pangender, the list go on. Electrosexual, pinesexual, herbal sexual, those are people that like trees and shit. Like what is going on here? What's going on here? And we know that pan. Oh, look up the star pan, honey. We don't need to get into that. Oh, C at Quinn and Plants. That's the whole alphabet. I know that's right. There's PAA. What the fuck is neutroids? People that are neutral, non-binary, gender flux. Like what is that? Non-binary, other kin. You don't identify as a human. What's going on here? Ew, I know the chaser to trans pipeline. Spoken to three guys like that makes my skin crawl. Ugh, ooh, honey. There was a guy that I spoke with. Oh my god, I'm itching right now too, honey. I need to pop me a Claritin. There was a guy that I spoke with. Excuse me, a person. Let me be respectful. A person. Okay, because even if a white man didn't see black people as equal, he still shouldn't call them out their name. Okay, a person hit me up with breastplates on and makeup on and a wig and was like, "I'm a new transgender sis. I'm new to the area. We need to be friends and hook up." And I was like, "Well, I want to get into this person's head because clearly this bitch is out of her mind because this bitch says she's a transsexual with a breastplate on." And I'm just like, "How the fuck are you transsexual?" But you can't go get breasts, $5,000 for some breasts. Anyway, ain't my business. So I was like, hey, where you from and what made you start your transition? Not when, but what made you? And well, to be honest with you, I had a transsexual mistress and we would hook up a lot. And I actually started to feel very gender dysphoric around her and very uncomfortable. And she actually told me that I should, take my gender dysphoria and really, really, study it. And he said I spent 30 days. I felt like he was quoting a Bible scripture. He's like, I spent 30 days and 30 nights researching everything about who I am and what I am. And I decided that not only am I a cock loving sissy, but I actually want to be a woman. And I said, oh, girl. And I think daddy said he was like 35 years old. So I'm like, 35 years old, sis, that's not real. Like, something is going on. That's not, like, if you really felt this way, like, bitch, you don't see your life no other way. Like I couldn't see my life any other way outside of what it is as far as my identity to myself. I couldn't see it no other way. I couldn't see me becoming a father. I couldn't see me being somebody's husband. I couldn't see me having children with my wife. Like I could not see that. So it's like, what happened to your childhood? What happened to where something got mixed up? Like something got mixed up. Like daddy wasn't in the picture. So you saw mommy with these men and you liked how these men treated mommy. So now you want to be like, I'm just like, what enticed that? Because that's what this person said. I didn't put words in their mouth. They said that they were not, well, they didn't say they were not gender dysphoric, but they said that they met a transsexual, they would have sexual fun together, and the more they did things, the more sexually or the more gender identity he was gender dysphoric he was feeling. So I was like, oh girl. I didn't have no experience with no trans person to know that I was trans. I didn't have nobody to tell me you might be a transsexual. You might need to get into that to know I was trans. I did not make love with a man to know that I was trans. I did not have to prostitute to know that I was trans. I didn't have to have people to see me and say, "Bitch, you know you're a little different," to know that I was trans. So it's like, yeah, honey, I don't know those stories. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's added confusion, Tina. It does nothing for anybody. You said it, and I really honestly feel like it's holding back the LGBT. I don't care what anybody say. They could be upset at me. They can cuss me out. They say, Mystic, fuck you. You anti LGBT, even though you are, you self hating. I don't give a fuck, bitch. What you got to say about that? Okay? I don't give a fuck. I think that it is holding us back from our progress. LGBT, we are at a great state with humanity. We're at a great state. I think they say 72% of Americans voted for gay marriage. So only 28% of these people don't like us. So why are we so pressed? But anyway, coming out with this TQIAP, now people are upset again. You see videos on TikTok shit where they're like, that's a man. You're not coming around my children. And it's just like, girl, now you got, I'm not always say drag queens. I feel like that's an insult. Now you got, because drag queens don't come out with beards and mustache on with makeup on and a dress and shit on. But now you got these people, showing up with a beard and mustache or makeup on, looking like clowns, reading the children and shit. I'm just like, bitch, like what's really going on here to stir up hate, to make people want to? It's sad. It's sad. Stonewall is going to waste. It's really, really sad. Stonewall is going to waste. This is so sad. All the transgenders who stood up and who fought for the freedom and the rights of other trans people that made laws possible, they did it in vain. Because now we got people just coming in and fucking shit up. People like me who identify and choose to present 100% all time, now we're coming, now we're becoming attacked, where they're like, we're going to overturn all that good shit. Because now you don't need an ID to say female when you have these non binary individuals who are still being identified as female and they don't got to get the gender mark changed. It's sad. It's sad, honey. It's very sad. Exactly, Queen of the Plants, and want to get offended when people don't address them as such. Like I don't know what that is. Pangender, exactly. And I told you about the non-binary. I watched a TV show called Chasing LA. I think. Oh wait, I think the episode came out the other day. Oh girl, I gotta go click on that. A TV show called Chasing LA, and there was one named Fran, and he was all like calling these transgenders he and him. I was trying to fight. And he's like, "But baby, you mentioned to me too." And she's like, they're both looking confused, and I'm sure other people look confused. Like, Miss Gender, what the fuck? And he's like, "Yes, you kept calling me he, and I'm non-binary." I was like, "A penis or no penis? Is it a tucked penis or untucked penis? Is it a penis that's concealed and nobody know about it, or is it a penis that's floating it around and doing things?" Because like that's what it comes down to, honey. It doesn't come down to I have it. Okay, yeah, yeah. Let me get up out of that, honey. Yeah, let me get about it, honey. We all have needs and it's safer than hooking up. Okay. You got that prep shit going on right now. Okay. Yeah, the LGBT is confused like most other American communities on what they really are. I said it. It's sad. It's scary. It's not only sad, it's scary. It's scary. It speaks of a lot of trauma that's been around since the 80s. It speaks about a lot of pandemics around the 80s, since the 80s. Like I said, no security with self and really not knowing who and what you are, trauma, and now looking for that identity in other people, places, and things instead of knowing it's within self. And that reminds me of the spiritual community too. Instead of the shit you're looking for, like I say, you're looking for Shun, you're looking for Yewa, you're looking for Pele, you're looking for Ganesha, you're looking for Lakshmi, you're looking for Buddha, and all of these energies only exist because they are within you. That's not for everybody. Oh, I don't really connect with Buddha. Oh, I connect with this saint. This saint bring me money. You should connect with her too. Like, no, honey, it's not for everybody. I'm not a part of that saint. That saint would have reached out a long time ago. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no, thank you, honey. I'll have better connections with my ancestors before I have a connection with that saint. And there's no tea no shade with that. Like, what exactly do I have in common with this person or this energy? It's not just about, well, she's into love, I'm into love. That's human necessity. Energetically, what is it about you that connect you with this with that deity? Not a damn thing. So, bitch, that's not the deity for you. Okay. I feel this a whole new genders to make people more LGBT phobic and cause more division. Exactly. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Like something that I was thinking about too. Before the year 2000, what transsexual came out and exposed that they had sex with any prominent person, any judge, any lawyer, any singer, any dancer? Which? How many? Because one just came to my mind right now. But how many came out publicly and said it and did articles and stuff on it? Think about that for a minute. So it's like I said, after that, everybody start coming out. I've had it with this, booty, booty. And I'm just like, honey, so now you're making people dislike people like us, where they come to us because they feel like, okay, this is a woman who's into something alternative and she's not going to judge me. Now they're like, fuck it, I can't even go to the trans people because they're going to judge. So now let me go to a femboy because the femboy will be a little bit more understanding. Now let me go to somebody who is a non binary, whatever. So, like I said, it just stirred up a lot of shit. It stirred up a lot of shit, and it comes from both ends. The so called transsexuals who are exposing people like the Nikita Dragons, and he had sex with me, he was in my DMs. And it's like, but aren't you a woman though, sis? Like, what type of shock factor were you wanting? He's into women. I would expect him to be in your DMs and PMs. You're a woman, right? Aren't you a woman, hun? Huh? Yeah. So I would expect him to be in your PMs and DMs. So why are you exposing him to make it seem like he's doing something weird when he sees the woman in you? So like, what's really going on here? And now they're all saying, yeah, these niggas don't know what the fuck they want. They confused. Yeah, honey. Not I. Maybe the Nikitas are. Maybe the Flaming Rose are. But I'm not, honey. I know exactly. That's why you don't hear me give you stories. I don't expose people, honey. That's not my agenda. Okay? Deviance, honey. You said it. Ow. Oh, good. We're coming down to the last. Yes, honey. Ow. They better not try that with the kids. No, ma'am. Listen. You wait. You wait. I'm gonna just say hot water cornbread turns me on, and that's my gender. And watch them try to validate me. I know that's right, honey. Hot water cornbread. Is that what you're gonna call yourself? What you gonna call yourself? Cornbreadisha, Cornisha. You gonna be called Awa Cornisha? What they say? Yeah, Aqua Cor, Cor, Aqua Cornisha. They better not. I'm confused when the trans girl we see on the social media has come out with craziness. Did you hear about the Ezra Miller mess? No. Who the hell is Ezra? Who the hell is Ezra? Who, who the hell is Ezra? Not just the media trans girl, but it's really the non-binaries we see. That's exactly what I was telling about too, right there. Non-binaries, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's what we can call the Shaunas and the Flames. Non-binaries. Like they're okay with being the female role to get them places, but when it comes down to it, baby, I'm a man. Like, no, ma'am. If you're transgender, baby, you're a female. You don't see yourself as a man. It's hard to see yourself. You don't like nothing, man. You don't want to facial hair on your body. You don't want nothing that gives away that you're a man. You're like, ooh, girl, yeah, ooh, 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 I gotta get rid of. That's what gender dysphoria is. So it's like, yeah, I had all the surgeries. Yeah, I identify as a woman, and I even sound and look like one. But I'm gonna expose the fact that I slept with these celebrity men. Like, and even going to like the Selena Powell's and stuff too. I guarantee Mama got some tranny friends or some gay boy friends around her. Like that's a very messy non-binary move. Like I'm gonna get this guy just to prove a point and expose him. Like girl, if you're a woman, you're confident in that woman is, so you're gonna attract straight men, and you're not gonna care. Like you don't care because you don't need people to validate your experience. Like you don't need people to validate that you're a woman. That's what I said. I would never expose my shit to people. I would never sit and say, "Yeah, y'all, I had this man, I had this man." Just be like, "Yeah," just show you that I'm really a woman and you not because you can't pull that. Like, baby, my experience is my experience, and this is for me. So it's like, yeah, when you're getting into that exposing shit, you're trying to convince yourself that you're actually a woman. You don't even feel like you're a woman. That's why you're trying to convince yourself with others that you're a woman because you know you're not. That's why you're saying he had sex with me, he's gay. Yeah, y'all had sex with blah 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 because he's into me. Knowing that, well, he must be gay because he had sex with this person. This person still got a dick. So it's like, bitch, you know that. Like, girl, get the fuck up out of here, bitch. You are not fucking trans, girl. Bye. We're gonna fuck how many surgeries you had. The more surgeries you had, the more you're just trying to trick people. How about that? I said what I said. I said what I said, honey. Mollywop all them mind polluters. I know that's right, honey. Mollywop them all. Pan gender. All I'm all genders. I'm man, woman. I'm a foot. I'm a girl. I'm dark. I'm light. I'm life. I'm deaf. Yada yada yada. That's right, Jay. Embody Isis and stop seeking validation. Yes, honey. Come on here, Lord Ganesha. Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Yes, honey. Ezra Miller is a non-binary actor. Okay, let's see what Ezra has for us then. Let me see. Let me see what Ezra has for us. And I'm not judging. That's why I keep telling y'all there's something I want to talk about, and I'm gonna do my research before I come out and talk about it. So Ezra, you could see it when you first the first picture of Ezra Miller at an interview or something. This is a man that suffers from some major trauma. Some major trauma. You see it all on him. And it's like, so where's the pictures of you being a little boy? Because I know even straight boys that dressed up as a girl when they were kids. But where's the pictures of you, cross dressing and binary shit in high school and elementary shit? Like, where is this shit at? Because what it looks like to me is that either a BBC turned this man out or a BBW. That's what it's giving me. It's giving me that this person got turned out by a penis. Okay. There might also be some type of demonic attachments on this person. And I said what the fuck I said. Ezra Miller is demonically possessed. Demonically possessed. Look into these eyes and tell me that you're not. Oh my God, the motherfucker even got skulls around his neck. Bitch, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done, honey. Yeah, this is giving me very much drug induced sex party popper. Yeah, this is what this is giving me, honey. Yeah, girl. This is not giving me yeah, bitch. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. 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 Uh-uh. I'll pass on Ezra. Ezra could keep his Israel ass over there, honey. Very, very, very demonic, honey. Uh-uh. Hell no. Hell, hell, no. Hell to the no, no, no. Hell to the no. No, 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 no. Hail to the no, no. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Young Hollywood actors always saying, "Oh, I'm pansexual." It's like it's cool and trendy, right? It was bisexual back in the day. It was trendy and cool to say you were bisexual back in the day. Now the thing is non-binary and pansexual. Like says pansexual means that you're into little kids too. That's what pansexual mean, honey. Isra was detained by police and said he didn't want to be searched by a male officer because he's non-binary transgender. He's harboring kidnapped Native American kids too. You can say it. You can say it. You can say it. This man is giving me Rocky Horror Store, the Rocky Horror Show. And there's no shade with that. I'm not convinced that this person feel like he's a woman in any way, shape, or form. Something he got pounded, and daddy think that he's a woman now. He got pounded the fuck out, he got bottomed out, and now he think that he's a woman. Yeah, honey. That no, hell no. And I don't want a male officer touching me because I'm non-binary transgender. So you want a female to touch you so you could get your dick hard, Ezra Miller? Huh? Bitch, we on to y'all nasty asses. You want a female officer to fondle you so you could think about that when you're in that motherfucking jail cell, huh? You perverted ass. Bitch, you, oh, girl. Oh, girl. Nasty ass. Just nasty. This got to be James Charles' older brother. They give me the same tribe, honey. Just some dark shit going on here, honey. This gotta be James Charles' older brother, honey. Long lost older brother, older cousin. They gotta all be playing in some type of ring over there in LA. Yeah, oh yeah, we watching you, LA. Gotta be a little ring out there, girl. They all give you this type of tea, girl. Even what was the other petty name? Something Dawson. Yeah, petty girl. Give you the same weird vibes like this. Like, why y'all? Yeah, we can see those demons on y'all. Just very, just like, ugh, I'm disturbed by that. I'm disturbed by that, honey. So what he played the Flash, a twink girl. Oh girl. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And so when did he became non-binary is what I want to know. Let me see if I can find that. When did Ezra become a non-binary? In 2018. Okay. Well, this is the next question. I told you. Who came out as non-binary before 2017? Can y'all let me know? Who came out as non-binary before 2017? I would love to know. Please let me know. Who came out as non-binary? Okay. So he is 29 years old. He was born in 1992 and he came out as non-binary at what, 25? Okay. Well, who else is gonna come out as being non? Is Brad Pitt gonna come out? Brad Pitt, are you non-binary? Huh? Hmm. He came out in 2008. Okay, he's been an actor. He was an actor for 10 years before he claimed he was non-binary. And we've had the Kisses, we've had the Princess, we had the Uncle Mikes. So he could have always been, his freedom self. Oh, girl, bye. And nobody got time for that shit. Bye, Ezra. Okay, bye, Ezra. Like, I really want people to let me know what who came out as non-binary before 2017, and then what took 10 years. Like, I'm still puzzled with that. I'm puzzled with the Caitlyn Jenner story too. Like, you were a male athlete, which means you were comfortable with being a man. Correct me if I'm wrong. You were comfortable with being a man. So you took on the title as a male athlete. And then not only did you become a male athlete, you were fucking and doing all this stuff with these women, having all these kids. How many wives he had? Two or three? How many? I mean, how many children? So it's like you had all these kids, and then literally you just had this day download, and you said, "Damn, I'm about to kick it up out of here," because they said the life expectancy is 65 uh, to 67. Goddamn, I got to do something extreme, and all of a sudden I'm trans, and the first wife coming out lying on his ass. It reminded me of Trish and what's her name, Gigi lying and saying, I knew Trish was a transgender when I first met him, and it was a joke. Bitch, that's the shit that shit reminded me of, honey. Sitting up here talking about some. Well, honestly, he's always had female traits and da 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 da. Like, girl, he was a submissive man? I doubt it, because you give me submissiveness. So you had 5 kids with this man, and you're trying to convince us that this man was submissive to you, or he was a soft man. Like, no, girl, he was the dad in a relationship. Same thing with when you watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. This motherfucker was really that man. Now you saw some weird shit going on, but you're like, yeah, this is the dad of the house. Like, yeah, yeah, there was no submissiveness like that. Maybe in the bedroom, allegedly, from what I was told, in the bedroom, that's what got him to start cross dressing. Because Corey has always been there, according to what I was told by a good insider. A good insider said that Chris Jenner always liked black dick, and she would play with her white husband with the black D. They were all into that shit. Hello, they were all into that playing shit, and like I said, I will get into the Nicole Brown and OJ story. I'm not gonna get into that, but they said that they had a group over there, Hollywood Swingers. They said they had a swinging group that's been around for a long, long time in Hollywood, and they said that Chris Jenner and Caitlyn said, I want to explore some things with you. And Chris said, baby, I need to let you know something though. I like the big dick. I like the big dick. I don't mind marrying your small peck of Peter Pipers, but I need a big one. So, honey, they were playing around, and oh my God, that's so cute. That's what I said. I want the kids to come out and say how many black men they saw going in and out of the damn house. Better yet, how many bodyguards were y'all seeing that were of color, Kim? Okay, Chloe, binge, y'all want to tell a story. How many men of color? Because we say, oh, going into Kim Kardashian doing a porno with Ray J. See, that tell you all the story right there. How many black men did these children see go in and out of their mama's bedroom, in and out of their mama motherfucking house, going on trips with these BBC? Let me know how many of these black men did these children see before they decided that they want to have a dick? Cause see, Kim was, allegedly she saw a lot of shit. That's why Kim was the first one to get down with the get down. She was the first one riding that fire hydrant. Okay, and then Chloe used to sneak on out too and get a little something in. Courtney girl, she's not into the black TT like that, honey. No shade. Mama wasn't around for that shit. Mama was, even though she's the eldest girl, yeah, she was the wise one girl. And they said, no, bitch, you can't get in with the get down. And I also want Rob to come out and say some shit too, because I know he's seen some shit too. Rob Kardashian, we need you to come forward. We need you to come forward and speak on some shit that you've seen, because these hoes. Anyway, like I said, Caitlyn definitely, once again, is a story about being turned out. That's it. And now they say Caitlyn is dating a Nigerian. Is that what they said too? That Caitlyn is dating a Nigerian right now. I said, girl, I heard that. I heard that. Get that BBC, girl. Ain't nobody hating on you. Get that BBC. Get it. Yes, he was terrorizing Hawaii. I heard that. What did he do in Hawaii, Tina? Oh shit. Israel's kind of creepy looking. I'm looking right at the eyes. I see everything in the eyes, honey. Jay, he got kicked out of a few bars through a chair at a woman. Oh, he's non-binary assaulting women? Israel, you need your motherfucking ass beat. Israel, you're non-binary assaulting women? Somebody throw a chair at that motherfucker. Somebody throw a motherfucking chair at his motherfucking ass. How about that? Yeah, maybe that'll knock some fucking sense into his fucking ass. You don't lost your goddamn mind, Israel. You lost your goddamn mind. AGP, lesbian, trans are weird. There's no such thing as a lesbian trans. I think that if you're a transgender and you like other transgenders, that might just be your male side coming out. And if your male side is more prominent than the female side, baby, then it's time to hang it up. Okay. You could definitely be Prince, you could definitely be, you know, you know, what's his name? David Bowie and what's the other one? Jagger, the Jagger with the lipstick and the liner and shit. Y'all know him. They had the facelift and shit. And then you got Pete Burns too. So you could definitely be Marilyn Manson, Pete Burns. Like you don't have to be over here with us. You don't have to be sitting at the table with us, hon, to get what you need. You could be over there with the Pete Burns and the David Bowies and the lipstick wearing, eyeliner wearing, lip gloss, blush, light makeup, and wig wearing sometimes. Like you could be over there, baby. We're not shaming. We love you. We love everybody because we love ourselves. Okay, but stop helping with the confusion, hon. Okay, you are not over here with this. You're not at this table, Caitlin. You're not over here. Kaylin took you 62 years to come out. You're not at this table. When bitches like me could have lost my whole damn family, bitch, before even having a family of my motherfucking own, bitch, we could have threw away a lot of shit, bitch. But we hung in there, girl. When other motherfuckers out there had good paying jobs, came off the fucking closet, bitch, at 30 years old at a with IBM, they lost their motherfucking job because bitch, they were about that fucking life. But you sat there and you got all your fucking. I'm gonna just live this lie to get my shit. And when I'm ready to retire, I'm gonna come out as my truth. No, bitch, you were comfortable being Bruce. You're not trans, girl. You were comfortable being Bruce, honey. Okay, Bruce killing. Okay, Breitland. Okay. Oh, I did hear about him throwing the cheddar woman Tina. I didn't know. Oh, mm-mm. They all off, honey. Listen, we gotta go. We gotta protect our children. We got to protect our mothers. We got to protect our daughters, our husbands too, because they coming for. They listen. These non-binaries, they're coming for everything. We need to protect everybody. Let me stop. I'm just Oh my god. Oh my god, y'all. Oh my god. I felt for a minute. I felt for a minute right there. I felt like an apostle or something, honey. The Southern Baptist Church in Kansas, girl, for a minute. I felt that energy come on me. You got to protect your family and children from the homosexuals. They're turning out the world. Yeah, I felt that energy for a minute, honey. Kylie Kenner still called Caitlyn dad. And where's the gender dysphoria? I wish somebody would call me that I know and they only know me as she and her. I wish they would call me he or uncle. Going into my niece and nephews, they've never known me outside of being auntie. I I would wait for that day for one of them to say uncle and see if I'm be like, oh yeah, okay, uh-huh. I told y'all one time my stepdad got drunk. This was oh god. Oh my god, around the time my sister died, my stepdad got drunk and my nephews like I helped raise them, so they're just like they love me. And my stepdad was like, "Tell your uncle you want to go with him." Girl, my nephews was like, "Where? Where's uncle?" The girl, that's what my stepdad thought about what he just said. He thought about it. He thought what the fuck he just said. And I said, "Oh hell no." I said, "Oh hell no, honey." And I told my mom, and she's like, "He's drunk, and and I was like, "Yeah, I don't care about that. No, he's never did that before, and he's never did that after that." But I said, "Bitch." Even when he said that, like they were confused. They were like, "Who?" You know, where's my Tonto at? Because they do have uncles. So it's like, oh, okay. Okay, bitch. You trying to like say, yeah, honey. I wish they would and me be comfortable with that. Yeah, it's okay. You can call me that. Going into my mother and well, it's okay. My mother had me, so she can call me her son still. You're not transgender, girl. You're cross dressing. And that's okay. You're cross dressing, sis. And that's okay. Yeah, yeah, it's okay. It's okay that you're cross dressing, girl. It's okay. No tea, no shade. I thought Corey was gay when I first seen him on the Kardashians. Really? I didn't think he was gay. You know. Mm-mm. I don't think he was gay at all. I just got a man that's prim and proper that like to keep his pubic hair nice and trimmed. That's all I got. You know what I mean? I got a man who was trimmed, primmed, and proper, and he knows how to treat a woman. That's all I got from him, Jay. I definitely didn't get gay from him though. You know what I mean? I definitely didn't get gay from him. I definitely say he likes to tongue it out. Now, if you said bisexual, you never know. If you said bisexual, I'm like, yeah, he could be bi because you never know. But he definitely, don't get me gay like that. Um, he definitely like to, eat ass every now and then. But anyway, that that my business. Okay, I heard a joke. The Kardashian girls have Seymour BK Dong than the Apollo. All of them except for Kendall and Courtney. I do not feel like Kendall and Courtney are into the black persuasion, the black Lasian, the black Malak. Okay, the black Malak. No, the black shellac. There you go. The black shellac. I don't get that from Kendall and Courtney. I actually get from Courtney that she would actually call a black person the N word. Nigga, nigga, whatever. I do get that from Courtney. Chloe and Kim, on the other hand, and Kylie, I get that they've definitely had, more than one rodeo with the black penile, and I think they had it as teenagers. I definitely think so. I think that kind of enticed Rob to say, "Let me try a black woman too." So he wanted some of, China, and I can't even say that, with all due respect to Black China, girl, I just felt like he could have done better. You want to date a black woman, get a black woman, not a black fuck it. Anyway, 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 that's not my business. With respect, so I think that kind of opened up and say, let me try some blackness too, because it might be good for me. Well, he had a little fun with it. He did. But will he get some more? I don't know. If he doesn't get no more, do we care? No, we don't care. We don't give a fuck. Just like if Kim and them stop playing with the black D, which we know they're not. I mean, I think Pete, whatever, I think he's black too. I'm not sure. He's like a Chris Humphrey type of guy. Like, will they ever, get away from the BBC? Ah, maybe when they get older. Right now, they're having fun. Do we care? No, we don't. Okay, we really don't. Bitch, we hope they choke on one. Okay, that might be their fetish to choke on one. We hope they really choke and gag on one, bitch. Anyway, I do feel like he does sleep with Chris Jenner, though. Who, Corey? He does. T for T. Debbie, that bitch got blocked too. Talk about T for T. Are you into T for T? No, I'm not, babe. Is there Libra? Didn't I tell y'all? So he already has trauma coming through. Libra people are a little too sexual. Whoa. That's what I said. I don't know who's more of a sexual uh healer, filler, gilla. Um, when it comes to that, but I know Libras are into that real kinky shit. Okay, they're into a lot of strange shit. Okay, and I'm telling you for what I know. Okay, some of that shit becomes pedophilic, some of that shit become herbophilic, some of that shit becomes not ancestral, and some of it also becomes like this. Like, let me go against the grain. I get off being different. Oh yeah, honey, that explains a lot. And we know that anyway. I'll keep that to myself. A Libra Sun, C, and Mystic, you talking about Libra men are okay. No, these mofos are weird. No, no, no. I think what I said, I do think they're weird. I think I've always said that Libra men are very, very sexual and into some weird stuff. Yeah, Jay, I think I definitely said that. Every Libra that I've known, they may have not been gay, but they liked gay porno. Okay, they found amusement in two men doing it. you know. Some of them are into like kinky stuff, like they, like they want you to tie them up and choke them out and burn them with cigarettes and pee on them and shit. Yeah, they're into that weird, kinky shit, you know. But wait, damn, he is Sag Moon. Why, Lord? Listen, don't Sagittarius men are a little too kinky freaky too. Okay, Sagittarius men are very sexual. Okay, Israel needs to hook up with Caitlyn. They come throw chairs at each other. Right, they sure can. Yes, they can. Yes, they can, honey. Al, come on, Nexus Hallowell. I love it when you show your face beautiful. Thank you, Nexus Hallowell. Listen, we talked about that before too. I don't show my face a lot for many things. Two major things would be if I had a very long day. Something used to bug the fuck out of me, Nexus. When I would be on camera, not on here, but somewhere else, my eyes are very uh, tight and, just naturally. I have very almond shaped, deep set eyes, if you call it that. I don't know if it's called deep set, but almond shape where it looks like I'm tired when I'm really not. So I got sick of them saying, "Are you tired? Are you tired? Are you tired? Are you tired? You tired?" And I'm just like, bitch, no, I just woke up. I've been up for 2 hours. Okay, that's why you look like that. Bitch, all day I look like this. All day. Okay. My mom and my dad both have almond shaped eyes. My mom has very like high chinky almond shaped eyes. My dad has low almond shaped eyes. So bitch, these are my natural eyes. Like bitch, I look like this regardless if I'm tired, I'm sleepy, it doesn't matter. So I got sick of that and I said, "Oh yeah, girl. I don't want to be hearing people like, yeah, this bitch is tired or this bitch is high." No, I'm not. Second, if I come in, I'm tired and I don't want to have a wig on. I don't want to put on clothes. I'm gonna have the camera off because I don't want you seeing me like that. I want to say what I'm gonna say. I want to go. Thirdly, if I'm doing energy work, and I do know that even through voice, you can pick up people's energy and get got with that energy. If I'm doing work, I don't want to come on here and give you that energy. So let's say if I'm in a destructive state of mind, let's say protective energy, let's say cleansing energy, I'm breaking up energy off of me. I don't want to come on here and make sure you get it. And that's what's wrong with a lot of spiritual people because I we talked about this before too. I don't know about on here or privately, but we mentioned a lot of people deal with these spiritualists and they have nightmares and stuff because once again, these people are doing heavy shit and they're connecting with you. So it's hi y'all, and they're amplifying their energy, and you're tapping into that, and now you're like, oh my god, I'm having nightmares now. Yeah, it's not because they're putting spells and shit on you. It's the fact is that they're doing nasty ass energy, that they're low vibrational beings, and you're getting that shit. So like I said, that's why I don't want to do. So those are the three major reasons why I will not be showing my face. Okay, when I'm not showing my face, those are the only three reasons. Okay. On Twitter the other day, they were bringing up how Chloe is OJ's daughter because her daughter True doesn't look white, like a stupidity, and we all know Chloe's that is the hairstylist. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm just thinking to myself, and I told y'all this story. Genetics is so amazing. I have a sister-in-law who is a black woman. She has very strong black features. Many people say she looked like a monkey, like she has very strong black features. And she had a baby with a white man with blonde hair and blue eyes. And their daughter came out looking not black or white, but Hispanic. And of course, the dad was like, "You had a baby by a Mexican. This ain't my baby." But the daughter looks like his mom. She looks like her grandmother. So I'm saying all that to say, okay, genetics is funny. Just because your baby does not look like, okay, well the baby doesn't even look the baby don't look white, it looks very ethnic. Well, doesn't isn't the baby's daddy black? Like I'm a little confused here. Isn't the baby's daddy black? Chloe also had very strong, we could say Viking features before she had her nose job and stuff done. So what do you think her kids are gonna come out and look like? Chloe doesn't have the straightest, sleekest hair neither. So what do you think our kids are going to come out and look like? Even if mama had a baby with a white person, I really think that her baby will come out with very thick curly hair, and her babies will come out with probably ethnic features. That doesn't mean she's part black. As I said before, I think that Chloe's dad would be Mediterranean or Hispanic. I do not think Chloe's dad is black. He may have black ancestry, as many white Americans do or people in America do, but directly saying her dad is black, I don't think so. I don't see it. Mm-mm. I don't see it at all. Even going inside a cousin, her name starts with an R. We're gonna say R, and her dad her dad's dad is my mom's brother. They only share the same dad though, not the same mom. So that means that her dad is full-blooded black. He has nothing in him, even though he's light skinned with colored eyes. Okay, there might be some Indian there. No, there is some Indian there from my stepfather, but on his mom's side, there might be some more Indian. I don't know, but from what I know, I think his mom is also black. Or we'll say well, yeah, because I don't like using that word black. We're gonna say aboriginal. There you go. So he would be pure aboriginal, right? So he had a baby with another, aboriginal woman, aborigine woman, and they had a son, and he came out a shade darker than me with green eyes, right? A shade or two darker than me with green eyes. And then he has a baby with a woman who is oh my god, I can't remember her mix. I think it's Portuguese, um, some Middle Eastern country, and I think that possibly she had black ancestry that went into another part of the world. Oh, that's the Portugal. Never mind. So she's Portuguese, she's some Middle Eastern stuff, and then she's like Belgium or something. Just some exotic shit. And you can see it in both her mom and dad too. Like they know their culture and shit. So by the way, he had a baby with her and he had a daughter, and she has thick hair. When I say thick, thick, but Portuguese people have thick hair. So she has very, very thick hair. She has blue eyes, okay? But when you look at her, you will not be looking at her and saying, this is a black girl. Even her hair is naturally blonde. You would not be like, this is a black girl. Like, if people walked past her and they didn't know her, they would swerve her down that she's a white girl. And she could pass as that. Even right now, as a grown woman, I think she's like, well, yeah, she's about 18 now. She looks nothing black at all. But she looks like her dad and she looks like her brother, who's by a whole nother mama. But like I said, she does not look black. Like as far as dark skin, as far as big nose, big lips, nappy hair, yeah, honey. Thick hair, yes. But like I said, you will not know what her. So it's like I don't know how people get caught up in that. And oh, you don't look this, you don't look that to me. Like girl, people come in many shapes and sizes. Going into me, bitch, right off the back. People, oh, I could tell that you're, Caribbean, but you're saying white and all this shit. I wouldn't be able to see that. And it's just like, okay, like I was probably blessed with the strongest gene of my ancestors on both sides to give me what I look like. But bitch, it does take away that I'm not. Okay, going into brothers, going into sister, like bitch. Oh yeah, well yeah, they're giving me mix. So your dad is the black one. There, no, like honey, yeah. Once again, people be saying the most dumbest shit, and I'm just like, girl, clearly you don't know genetics, and clearly you're just stupid. That's it. I'm gonna keep it as that, girl. You're stupid, girl. Ain't no such thing as you look Mexican, you look black, you look white, you look like girl. Ain't no such thing as girl. You're this. You're brown. You're of a lighter shade. But oh yeah, I thought you were white. Well, there's countries because I thought Caucasian was white. There are countries that identify as being white, but they don't look white neither. So what you gonna say to them? You're not really white. They are white. The fuck? Fuck about here, girl. Yeah, you're not really black. You something else. No, bitch, they black. Polynesians, they're black. Okay. They black, honey. Is that night at the Apollo still on? You used to watch us go, no, it's not. I don't think so. I find it funny how most tourists are serial killers. Because there's a planet. There's a star in the constellation of Taurus that and we won't go into it. It starts with an A. Oh, they've named. We're not gonna say the name the demon after because typically demons are named after shooting stars, falling stars, and all the good shit. We won't get into that. We won't get into that. If you get into the first heaven, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. We won't get into that type of tea, okay? And how each heaven is connected to your chakras. Anyway, we won't get into that. But you'll be amazed, honey. Rob was so beat down after living in that house. He needs therapy. He does a lot of trauma, sexual trauma too. I do feel like Rob was mellowed. I do feel like Rob have some trauma that he needs to talk about with us, with people. And if he don't want to share it with the general world, then he definitely needs to see a therapist about it. But I definitely think that he has witnessed some things. He's been violated, and that's just that. Okay, allegedly. But grooming kids is some next level shit. But truthfully, when I found all this out, I thought of the movie role he did as the wizard Credence, who was a film experienced a lot of trauma. And sometimes life imitate art. Who the fuck is even Israel Miller? Who is he connected to? Who is his parents? How did he get in the industry? Like, I cannot. Oh, yeah. Listen, I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. You're a Libra, Didi? Yeah, honey, Didi, you real, you real. Right, losing them ethnic features with all those surgeries, right? And the crazy thing about it is, bitch, you still ethnic underneath those features. Like I be loving where they were trying to convince us that Michael Jackson, and this is with respect, they were trying to make us think that Michael Jackson was a brown man with big nose, big lips, big forehead, and shit. Will get this surgery to look like this mixed woman, and then he would have these kids that don't look black at all. Like, bitch, that's not how that works. That's not how that works, boo boo. Like girl going into Blue Ivy, and I'll be done. Blue Ivy looked like Jay-Z, but allegedly Beyonce had surgery on her nose, allegedly. And without that, Mama had on makeup, so you can see her real nose anyway most of the time. So it's kind of like looking at Solange nose and looking at Blue Ivy nose. It's like, yeah, Blue Ivy has Beyonce's real nose. So anyway, like I said, bitch, surgery don't change your genetics, baby. Okay. It does not change your genetics, girl. Okay. Going into the Mariahs, going into all those girls, girl, like, girl, going into that, determining the seeds of your baby and shit, those are spawns of Satan's anyway. Okay. I said what the fuck I said, honey. Those babies ain't natural, girl. Girl, going into the Mariah, going into, who was the other girl? Jennifer Lopez. Girl, those kids are robotic, made, girl. They went there and said, I want two eggs, give me a boy and a girl, so I don't have to have no more kids. Like, okay, girl, that is not of God, girl. I just Googled fan and choked the woman he punched. Like, wow, he needs psychological. I heard that. Who, Chloe DD? I still see it in her face. I know that's right. Listen, wait, what? Oh, with my regular eyes, then they say you are high, especially at my job. That is not an image I want to have. Exactly. Oh, they be trying it. They be trying to grow. Going into eyeliner and stuff too. That's why I used to always wear eyeliner and put on lashes because it'll make it look like your eyes are wide open, and putting the white eyeliner on the eyelid and all that good shit. Without eyeliner shit, you don't see that. You'll just say, damn, you got white eyeliner on a why. So that's why I did all that tea, honey. Okay. Crazy, huh? So there are seven heavens, of course. Yes, honey, no. No, honey. Only in the seventh heaven, are the gods, the universal gods. Yes, honey. Nine shadow earths. There's actually an old saying, and oh, I almost got into it right now. We gotta say that for another video. But yes, honey, seven heavens, seven other underworlds. You have a story about Inanna going through each seven underworlds because she went into the funeral. There's a funeral held. We won't get into that, but we'll talk about it lightly. And she was only able to be granted access to the underworlds if she was stripped of her powers. And so she went through the first. Yeah, listen, Bella's telling me I gotta go. Okay, girl. Okay, listen, y'all, I gotta go. I can't take out the story because Bella, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, I got. And dogs don't have a sense of time. Bitch, I got. Michael Bayfield's giving feature vibes. I feel like these acts open themselves up to energies when they play movies. They do. They do. Oprah said it. So that's why I keep telling people. So you think you're not opening up yourself to energies to every person you have sex with? Do you think you're not opening up your energy to everyone that you're communicating with on a personal level? Do you think you're not opening up yourself to energies when you're doing anything that's outside of self? That means we're born in love, we thrive in love. Anything outside of that, you're not opening up yourself to other energies. Because the actors and actors already said it. Some of these people had to seek therapy after playing a role, Tina. Some of them had to go seek help because they were feeling like they were splitting up into other things. That's why I said, "Oh, honey, yeah, honey, y'all can play with that if y'all want to. Act like y'all getting demonically possessed and shit. No, but you're just talking about your mental illness. That's all. Mariah kids are her carbon copies. Listen, I heard that. I heard that, honey. Did Nick even get involved with that? Listen, it ain't my business, y'all. I gotta go, y'all. Love and light, two spirit mystic.blogspot.com, two a spirit at mystic.gmail.com. And of course, I'm gonna come back when I update my blog spot. Okay, so you can see everything on one page. Okay, and then of course, there's not gonna be no confusion, so people don't have to, send emails asking how much for reading and all the good shit. You'll see it right there. One page. You don't gotta click, 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 click. You'll see it all right there. Okay. Love and light. Yes, y'all. And as always, namaste.